Is it working? Starting the stream. Hello, internet people. There we go. Okay, YouTube's up now. I can see you guys on Twitch, but YouTube's up now too. Hi, everyone. Hi, Amber. Hi, Benji. Hi, Murbooks. Hi, I am Tomsy. How are you guys? Hi, Yenching. Starting the stream. Yes. I've been watching too much Technoblade lately. Hi, Sleepy, Blake, Misha, Pradyumna. Pradyumna. That's not that hard to say. Why did I struggle? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Hi everyone. Oh, hi Cybermax. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Yep. Hi Meep. Hi Isabel. I see everyone on YouTube. I see you guys. Oh my goodness. I've been hearing good things. I have not been spoiled. If you guys, if someone spoils me, I want to be very clear. Putting spoilers in chat will result in either a timeout or a ban, depending on the severity of it. Let's be very, very clear. But I've heard very, very good things. I've heard, like, people from multiple sources. I cried 3 times. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. I did see one character had a really incredible, ultimate, but we kind of knew that that was coming already. Prepare yourself, I sobbed. Okay. I've got my stuff, guys. This is why, like, after I wake up, whenever I wake up on this day of a stream, I've got to, like, go out and get stuff. So I got a Subway sandwich. I've already eaten half of it. I was so hungry. I've got it's like a store-bought bubble tea in a cup. I've got wheat thins, my favorite cheese, and a Caesar salad kit. Because we're in Greece. I know it's not entirely accurate, but you know what? I thought it was funny. So... quest is about 7 hours long. Okay, that's actually great. That's actually awesome. You will start 3.3. I already advanced a little bit. Yeah, I'm starting 3.3. I have not started it yet. I did get on. I did a few polls for Herda, and yeah. Excited to catch you live for the first time. Oh, I'm so glad you're here, Med Pianist. Hi, Ralph. Equal, if not better than 2.1. You are going... 2.1 was Aventurine. 2.1 was Aventurine. I highly doubt that's gonna happen. Okay, I'm gonna open my box of crackers into my cheese. Thanks, I appreciate it. As you can see, I have not gotten on today. Genuinely one of the best patches so far. Awesome. Quest took me almost the whole day. Well, I'm gonna be, yeah, we're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. I got so many offline followers, by the way, so if you are one of the offline followers, I want to thank you guys so much. I will give you proper recognition at the end of the stream. Which is ages in the future, but yes. Woo! I also know there's a new voice actress. There's a new voice actress for Stella, and I have listened to a few of her lines. I don't hate it. I don't. It's just not Rachel, okay? I'm gonna give the new voice a shot, that's for sure. Because she seems to be doing a good job. It's just gonna take a little while to adjust. I'm a little bit sad, but you know what? What can we do? Why did they change, by the way? Probably because of the actors' strike. At this point, I don't actually even blame Hoyoverse. Because... how much do I want to say on this? Do I want to go into voice acting one day? You know, I'm just gonna say it. SAG-AFTRA is a problem right now. Unions as a whole are a good thing. I do believe that. Unions as a whole are a good thing. But when you see the different voice actors acting on, like, talking online about the situation and everything, even they are ready for this to end. And what a union is supposed to be is a bunch of actors or people, workers, coming together and representing themselves as a group. But that is not what is happening at this point. SAG-AFTRA has become... like, they're not representing the voice actors anymore. They are just saying, nope, you're not working anymore. The voice actors want to work. They're done with this. They're so done with this. And you're seeing it, and it's crazy that they're not letting them go into this. Okay, that's all I'm going to say on this. As far as the new voice actress goes, yeah, it's not Rachel, but she's okay. She's okay. SAG-AFTRA for straight up abusing their power. I think what's likely going on, I'm gonna sound like super paranoid for a second, but here's the crazy thing is that this kind of stuff does happen, and you can see it happen historically, is that it feels like someone who was from some kind of AI like centric company said, hey, you know what, let's just give this union a bad name, got in, did some sabotage. Because this ultimately did start over like AI stuff. I also really, really don't like AI, and I don't understand why it's been so pushed for people. Like there was like, I remember being on Twitter and there'd be AI ads, like ads for different AI engines, all this different stuff. And you go into in the comments and you could not find a positive comment about AI. You couldn't. I did this. I actually went through and started looking because it was like, this is hilarious that they keep putting these ads out and not one person underneath it wants this. Or if there was someone underneath it wants it, it was such a copy paste comment. It was like 5 different people had the exact same comment. They were a bot, right? So, there's already a law in China that prevents the use of AI. Yeah, I think something like that needs to happen here. I believe hearing that there is actually something, but it's specifically not to do with like the takedown of non-consensual explicit images. Nice. Are you starting the story now? I am, yes. Sorry, I just got sidetracked. If you want to go, if you need to go wait food, I can wait like a couple more minutes. How long is the stream? Yeah, I'll wait till I'll wait a couple more minutes. We're 7 minutes into stream. I'll go ahead and just do a little bit. Thank you so much, Raph. I appreciate it. There's an NPC who supports here on Furious 3. Okay, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Here's the thing. I want to be very clear with you guys. What I say, do not spoil me. Do not tell me anything, because the problem is I am a theorist, and I say this every time. If you say 3 words, I hear 6. I am a theorist. I can extrapolate information really well. And it's a problem sometimes, okay? Do you have joined chat on screen or no? I'm not allowed to. That's part of the whole thing with Twitch, is if you simul stream, you're not allowed to like have a chat merge or something. But I do have YouTube off to the side, like on my. I don't Twitch. That was a joke for legal reasons. I'm not allowed to do that either. I see you guys. Don't worry. The new voice fits them when they get serious. Yeah, I don't mind it. And I had a conversation with, I don't know if Echo's in chat right now, but I had a conversation with one of my roleplay friends, because I roleplay as Stell on Twitter, and it's really fun, and I have a great time as Stell, and so it was a little sad, just like, oh, this isn't the voice that I've been hearing in my head all this time. But this friend that I was talking with, they do Kafka, and the thing was, oh my gosh, we're getting followers. Hi everyone. But yeah, it was, they have, their point was that Stell sounds a lot more like Kafka now, which is kind of cool for anyone who's like them being mother-daughter duo, which we are in the Twitter roleplay space. It's great. I don't do any of the Hoyoverse games in English. That's fair. That's fair. That's very fair. I personally love the English cast. I watch them. Many of them are streamers, and I spend time looking at their content and all that different stuff. But yeah, I think that's a completely and totally fair thing to do at this point. It's gotten ridiculous, and it's so not the actor's fault, and it's not even Hoyo's fault. They have you can tell they've done what they can. Oh gosh. Wow. Okay. Abundance Yanxing, first of all, thank you for the first. Lethal Company Man, M Not Leo, Punk Fluff, Bad Match,
last predictions,
Sass Shoemaker, P1145 BS, Oh So Very Sleepy. Thank you all for following. Appreciate it so much. Kafka being Stell's mother figure is an ongoing gag in game with some of the dialogue options. This is true. I don't think she is our biological mother or anything. I do think that she kind of raised us at some point. Okay, I want to be very clear. If you ship them, I have nothing against you, but I don't really want to. Please play the story, please. I will, Misha. Shh. I get to talk. It's my stream. I get to talk. It's okay. What do you think is going to happen? Okay, last minute lore predictions. Well, I don't know what all is going to happen in this patch and what's going to happen in upcoming patches, but I did make a video about this literally a couple days ago. And a lot of that was kind of the things that I think are going to happen in the upcoming patch. So I think that Flame Reaver is Philia is fine on. Let me see. Haven't started. Wait. Love in Twitter dynamic with coffee. My mom's a salt. Yeah, it's great. Haven't started playing this game. You really should. It's really good. With coffee, May. Fair enough. Hey, Amber's back. Nice. Okay. So, I love looking at the whales. This is so cool. Harry Bilto, thank you so much for the. Oh my gosh. Harry Bilto, thank you so much for the follow. Okay. I can't concentrate with the birds. Let's go into my office. All right. Yeah. What else is there? So yeah, if you've seen the video, that was kind of my my last minute lore predictions for this patch. Yeah, I think the Flame Reaver. First of all, I think Amphorius' timeline is a circle. I'm clear on this. I think we are going to go back in time or forward, one or the other, and end up in the previous era. The current administration gets involved, and we're basically screwed at this point. I have no clue. We'll see. Oh my gosh. Alright. So let's, let me see. Is there anything else I need to do here? Raph. Oh my gosh. Oh, hey, I can do a pull. I'm pulling for Herda first. If I get Herda early, I will pull for Hyacinth too. Ooh. Here, let's do the story recap real quick. Ready?
Following the advice of the Chrysos heirs, I embarked on the trial of time.
Okay.
Only to learn that I had been dead since the moment I stepped onto Amphorius. To reclaim the future that had been stolen from me, we pushed onward in pursuit of the Death Titan, Thanatos.
Okay, so she does not sound bad. It's nice. E1 or E2? E0. I don't care.
Meanwhile, Anaxa, one of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany, broke free from the surveillance of the Golden Threads and actively sought refuge from the Council of Elders.
Ooh.
After winning the Council's trust, he ascended Dawncloud with Circes, the Reason Titan, who resided within him, and sought an audience with Philia, the World-Bearing Titan.
Nice. This is part of the new voice I thought was the weakest. Okay, that's good to know. Because I don't hate this at all. It's, the more I listen to it, my first gripe when I, initially heard it was, she sounds too old. She sounds like she's, 30 or something. But the more I listen to it, I'm like, no, she sounds younger. Just the first lines that I heard sounded weird. You know? Yeah, I agree, Sonane. Kalis feels like a bit of a downgrade. Nothing against the voice actor. It's difficult to come in and replace another voice actor. I think that everyone kind of knows that at this point, you know?
To obtain information about the entrance to the Netherrealm, Castris had no choice but to support the Council of Elders in proposing a pause in the Flame Chase journey.
Ooh. With
the aid of the demigod Cipher, she set out for the ancient city of the dead dragon, Styxia.
Aid. She was our taxi driver.
Castris successfully recreated the dead dragon Pollux via alchemy and used its power to return to the Netherrealm, where she faced Thanatos.
Oh my gosh, hi!
She returned both the Titan's core flame and the stolen future.
Sorry, just a second.
Restoring the cycle of life and death in Amphorius.
Sorry, I'm munching on a cracker. Oh my goodness, it's so cool to see you! Oh my gosh! And I've been good, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. I can't keep up with the follows. Reds, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. All's good, subs. Yummy. It's been a while. It has! Oh my gosh. Oh, that's right. I got pinged in the girls in the gay server. I didn't open it. I was half asleep when I saw it. When here she can pull some of the, yeah. Okay, I will wait. I've got my phone here. Let me just look. Let me just look. Where is it? Aha. Hello. Memaholic, thank you so much for the follow. Oh gosh. Wow, everyone's here. There we go. I've responded now. Okay. People active again? Nice! Yes, it's been ages. Looking to talk again. Yo! Alright. Loving the new voice acting, but sad to see the old cast go. Hopefully we'll see him again eventually. That would be amazing, yeah. Alright, let's keep going.
Agalia's soul met Castrus in the Netherrealm, where he proved his hypothesis regarding creation. At the Citizens' Assembly, he cast a pivotal vote and used the charge of blasphemy to thwart the Council of Elders' schemes for power, allowing the flame chase journey to continue.
Smart man.
After returning Circe's core flame, Anaxa's physical body completely disappeared. With this, the flame chase journey neared its conclusion, and all eyes turned skyward.
I want to make something clear. The flame chase journey is nearing its end, but we are not nearing the end of this story. The end of the journey does not mean the end of us doing things on Amphorius. Alright, let's go.
It's still early. Where to now?
Yo! Steinbach, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it.
Taste of celestial ambrosia.
Is there... Come on. Continue the Trailblaze mission. I'm like, please. Please let me have more things. You are gonna do the single pull on this. Check Starro messages? Okay. Whee. Wait, who did I pull? Oh, I pulled for Hyacinth. Okay. Well, that's fine. Starrail messages, you say. Hello. Raph, what did you say? Alright, there's a message to you, YouTube chat, apparently. Didn't they replace all the lines? Yeah, I think so. Only run Remembrance main character the new con. Oh! Okay. Okay, I'm fine with that. Loved your recent video. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Curious about 3.4. Don't tell me anything, Sanene. Not even about cliffhanger stuff. Don't tell me. Because I will extrapolate everything. I will figure out the entire story. Okay, Thanatos and Circe's core flames have been returned. Sometime after that. Okay. The 12 constellations hover above, overlooking the vortex of Genesis. Oh, another thing that I think is going to happen. I think that the Flame Reaver is going to steal all the core flames. I mentioned that in my YouTube video, but I didn't make a huge deal about it. I think that's going to be a major plot point. And my evidence for that is at the end of the last update, we saw a memory echo in the vortex of Genesis of the Flame Reaver. So I think he's going to end up in the vortex of Genesis and steal all the flames. So. Hi, Elegy. Right. They embody the 12 Amphorian deities, fate, foundation, creations, and calamity of this world. Now 10 among them have fallen. Their core flames returned to the origin of Genesis. Above you, constellations shimmer, their brilliance echoing in the faint slumber. Echoing the faint slumber of each titan. And you have experienced 4 ascensions and 4 partings. Strife, time, reason, and death. Time and again, farewells haven't numbed you. You can't help but wonder how many goodbyes will the journey of trailblazing entail. You question whether you'll be able to express each goodbye with heartfelt emotion. Your thoughts sink into the ocean. You recall how the Amphorians cherish epics, using stories to soothe their sorrows. Perhaps you should embrace this way to dispel your melancholy and again regain your strength. Okay. Just skipping the extra dialogue? I mean, some of it. Not all of it. I mean, I assume we remember. Hello? Manchuka Ultimates? Manchuka Ultimate. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. 2 words, 1 hint, spirit. Don't give me hints! Don't! Don't do it. I will just stop reading chat. Genuinely. Stop. Don't. Oh. Don't be influenced by the noise outside. Just focus on the key. It's in your mind. Someone is trying to contact me. It's indeed difficult, but you should still tightly cling to your inspiration, weaving heartfelt and elegant verses. Ah! Alright, this is impossible. Just one glance at your phone, it won't disrupt your thoughts, or so you tell yourself. Oh, Cipher? Grey mystery, last time in Styxia. 0 time for treasure hunting, absolute disaster. Now the River of Souls must have retreated. I'm back, baby! In the water, a big shiny chest. I can't use the miracle orb, and I can't wade through. Your power of time is needed now. A 70-30 split. 30 for you and 70 for me? Exactly, 30 for you and 70 for me. Cyphera, you little... Hello! I see you, I see you. It's mostly in my YouTube chat right now. I think that was more trolling than Hinge, fair enough. Not that I know the difference right now. I don't know what's coming. Even this arduous and struggling low point, there seems to be those who live joyfully. Cipher's endless, surging desire for wealth seems more turbulent than the waters of Scale Gorge Waterscape. Scale Gorge Waterscape mentioned. Cipher's a troll. That's true. Forget the past for now, it only brings sorrow. But sadness has no place in this moment. What you need is the drive to move forward. I'll prefer that? Yeah, same. Also, hello, Danny Iskander. Me and Val have invaded the Twitch chat. Pog! Noise, noise. You decide to head to Styxia, where the River of Souls is no longer blocked, to meet up with the cat girl. Hopefully, those glittering, clinking trinkets will, as always, lift your spirits. We know our girl loves shiny things. Doesn't care if it's gold coins or trash cans, as long as they're shiny. Oh! This is like my third stream on YouTube, Val.
Beautiful.
It is, man.
And the River of Souls is so quiet.
Yeah.
It's like everything that happened was just a dream.
True.
I wonder if Cass is doing okay on the other side. If I were...
Uh-oh. If I were to let her and put it in a drift bottle, will she be able to read it? I miss Casters too. Yeah, we're never gonna see her again.
No, this shouldn't be so depressing.
It's okay. She has her purpose, and we have ours.
Now's not the time to feel down. We gotta pull ourselves together.
Who's feeling down? Let's go.
By the way, it was Miss Cipher who asked us to come
I see
here.
you, Crystal.
But where has she gone?
She'll probably show up when we least expect it.
Huh? I don't know. This aura feels so familiar.
I did hear that. I hope it's not the Flame Reaper. That would be bad. And that would mean we are getting into this fast.
Be very careful.
Alright.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Okay, swallow that bad feeling. We're not in Star Wars. Let's go. Oh, we got a coin of whimsy? Oh. Oh. Oh, let me do a... Wait, did I... Oh. That's right. If main character likes shiny things, it should be a magpie, not a raccoon. Hey, raccoons like shiny things too. I'm a magpie. She's a raccoon.
Hey, what's that on the ground? Should we pick it up?
Is it another coin of whimsy?
Careful.
What are you doing, Mem? Are you okay?
It's...
It is the Flame Reaver, I was right! He either has been here, or is here currently. Miss Cold! Thank you for... Wait, 159? What the... Oh, yeah! 1 jade short, yeah. It's okay, I'll get one.
Now, where have I seen this
How to
before?
say check your tutorial says reading each one for the first time with a J, but there's no exclamation point next to it. No, I already read them all. I have run out of content for this game multiple times. I am that level of sweat with this game. Truly. It's crazy. Alright. It's the Flame Reaver. Yep. I knew it.
What? How could they be here?
I don't know.
Mommy!
Is it him?
Look out!
Oh, hi, Flame Reaver.
Hello there.
Someone clip that. I beg. I beg. Please. I am putting that on TikTok. Oh my gosh. That was perfect timing. Wait, who did that? Sano-chan, you are a legend. That was perfect timing. You could not have done that better. You could not have timed that any better. Yo! VIP that guy. I need to, don't I? Just a second. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I need to add actually just a few more VIPs. I keep forgetting that VIP is something I can do. I felt the need to do that so much. You're fantastic. Oh my gosh. Just 1 second. One other person needs to VIP real quick. I'm sure there are others, but this is just the one person that I need to that comes to mind right here in the moment because they're on my screen. One-way ticket to VIP. You're gonna be a very important person whether you want it or not. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, here's the thing. Are we gonna fight him? Or are we not? Why is he here? Sir? Playing through the whole content? I'm gonna try.
Are you winning,
I
son?
should. Are you winning, son? I am. Wait, Luca Lavender, thank you so much for the follow, appreciate it. Alright. You want the pink puppy, don't you?
What? Now I'm sad. This isn't the time for jokes. Let's try our best to deal with them for now, and we'll slip into the past with time's power as soon as we can.
Okay. Are we actually gonna have a conversation this time?
The river of souls is full of fish, big and delicious.
What?
What? I love Mem's voice.
The flame chase journey stops.
Yeah, he wants to bring it to an end. I talked about that in my last video.
Meow, meow.
What? Cipher? What's going on? Cipher! Wait. Is Cipher pulling a trick?
Meow?
The Flame Reaver's gone mad. The end.
We already knew about the mad part, but are we still in danger?
It's Cipher. It's Cipher! Little sneak Oh my gosh.
NANI?!
Sorry, I couldn't pass on the chance to give you two a good scare.
You're horrible. Oh my gosh. That's actually really cool though. We know that she can now, she's a shapeshifter too. Oh my gosh. This Cipher must be fake too. Run.
Don't run. I'm the real Cipher. The real one.
Really? Really?
Come on, don't be upset. I'm just giving you a kind reminder that Emphorius isn't safe at all.
Well, good to
The
know.
whole place is full of dangers, including that swordmaster.
Yeah.
Make sure you stay on your toes, no matter where you are.
I am on my toes enough without you putting me on them. Oh my gosh. Who's... Oh, nice. Gentle Kento, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Oh, can't ban... Okay, so now I can't say Cipher for the next minute, 5 minutes. So you're playing both good cop and bad cop? Wait, let me see, let me actually set my timer. Let's go. 5 minutes, there we go. There we go. Well, ain't I grateful for the reminder?
Hey, I'm just making it up to you. You're not gonna hold that over me, are you?
I might, actually. You're a jerk.
So, was that a Flame Reaver disguise? Or a magic trick? It looked so real. Is that the power of the trickery demigod?
That's my guess.
Disguise? No. It's not as simple as that. Let me think about how to explain this.
Okay.
For example, what did you think when you realized that piece of cloth came from the Flame Reaver's cloak?
Oh. So does it kind of like project something from our own minds?
We thought that maybe the Flame Reaver was around here somewhere?
Interesting.
That's right. And then you heard some...
Don't you worry, Emma.
footsteps.
Cipher will troll again soon and also before.
Okay, thanks.
Well, we thought it must be the Flame Reaver coming this way.
So you guided our perception just enough so that our own minds kind of projected things into the world. That's kind of interesting. I like that.
Yep, exactly. I just used some hints and, mental suggestions to help you believe in a lie.
Nice.
Lies are what Zagreus is best at. If everyone believes in a lie, then it becomes reality.
Eh, not exactly. But also kind of. Our perception of the world is... Well, it's difficult to tell the difference between perception and reality quite a bit, but... It's easier to twist people's perception sometimes than it is to actually change reality.
Power to make lies into reality? That's got all my hair standing up.
Nice, now I know your secret.
I sure love your arrogance, Gray Mystery. The seamstress trusts you for a reason. Someone as honest as you couldn't trick me even if you wanted to. So, there's no harm in telling you.
Oh, really?
Besides, we still need to team up to go treasure hunting, right?
I mean,
Let's
yeah.
wrap up here. It's time to get going. Oh, was that your teleslate?
Oh, yeah, that's, yeah. Oh, Vinon! Hi! Luskia, you seem to sleep. It didn't wake you up, but during the current, I can't stay idle. I feel it's time to continue our training. Let's go to the Grove, shall we? I'm kind of on a mission with Cipher at the moment, but yeah, I'll meet you there in just a bit. Wait, what training?
Aren't you a popular one? But I got to you first, so help me with the treasures, and then I'll send you two to the Grove.
Awesome. I mean, being popular is kind of what comes with being the hero of the world. My favorite white boy. Oh my gosh. Hey, thank you for the hydrate, Bono. I appreciate it. 300, the fated number. 1000, the great. I don't know what you're saying. Okay. Why do you need so much money anyway? Probably for the same reason we need trash.
Curiosity killed the cat, you know. Do you think I'll spend it all? That's so not why I hunt for treasures.
For the thrill of the chase?
Don't forget, I'm a demigod too. And there's a line reserved for me in that stupid prophecy as well. You shall walk with greed and die over petty change.
Okay, that sounds ominous.
But
We're a
I
raccoon,
don't
we
believe in
are.
that. As long as I
Oh,
keep collecting
Val! Thank you
treasures,
so
then I
much
won't
for
need to
becoming a
care
channel
about
member. I
petty
appreciate
change.
it.
And as long as I don't hurt other people when I get what I want, I won't be walking with greed. Right? Isn't that simple?
It's not really. Oh my gosh.
So, as long as I keep going down this path, all those predestined prophecies and fates will never catch up to me.
I'm pretty sure that's not how this works.
That was a long speech. I'm getting thirsty at this rate. The treasures of Styxia aren't gonna float up on their own. Come on, Grey Mystery. Show me what the authority of time can do.
Alright. If you insist. Let's go. Hi, Lenny's faces. I see you. Oh no, ads! Ads have invaded.
So, this is
Lygus.
the car of the Astral Express you've spoken of. My repository of memories has been enriched with another fascinating piece of information.
It's like a 6-hour story. I will probably make it longer.
For leading me here, Lord Don Hung.
Ah, Don Hung. I'm surprised a council elder like yourself would be willing to journey so far to inspect the Express. I am so glad they did not recast Don Hung. From what I hear, they are still trying to get Nick back, and Nick really wants to come back. They just have to work it out. I really hope that's true. The voiceless goat, yep. If they recast Nick, I'm gonna be so... Wait, did they make his hair fluffy again? Did they make his hair fluffy again? Did they change his hair model? Oh my goodness. I don't know if... Why? Because here's the thing, like during beta stuff, his hair looked a little bit closer to this. Maybe it's just the angle, possibly. And then they changed it for like the official stuff. But it looks fluffy again. Fluffy boy. Let's hope Nick comes back. Yeah, I want Nick back. Where's my YouTube band hammer? Oh, wait just a second. / mod Val plays Minecraft. There you go. Wait, how do I add as add as moderator? There we go. It's different. It works different. There you go. Val is now mod. He stopped using 3-in-1. Love your videos. Discovered that you have a Discord from your last video. I'm going to join soon. Yay! Glad to see you there. Oh my goodness. Peak was almost reachable. I know, right? Hi, JNO. I see you. Thank you for the follow. He'll be back, I'm sure. And I'm going to like watch someone else's like playthrough. What form of power is this? Oh my gosh.
Humans hold wisdom and knowledge in high esteem. If the citizens knew of your origins, I'm sure more would be intrigued by the Trailblaze. Sadly, discussions about the world beyond the sky remain taboo. It's been quite some time since you first arrived in Akama. Presumably, you've been looking for a way to leave ever since.
Styling Kalis used 5-in-1, pretty much. I find this super interesting that this location here where the Trailblaze crashed, they used 13-in-1, this is true. This used to be the place for Yanis. This used to be the altar of Yanis. The Titan of Passages. Triby's Titan. I've been actively gathering clues and testing different things. Sadly, the more I find out, the more powerless I feel. She who yeets, thank you for the follow.
Don't be too hard on yourself, my lord. This puzzle has stumped Amphorius' scholars for
Silver
centuries.
Scribe, thank you for the follow, appreciate
It
it.
isn't something you can solve overnight. Even someone as gifted as yourself.
Wow. In the Grove, I discovered extensive research on the Sky Titan. It appears that many scholars from Amphorius believe the taboo against the world beyond the sky stems from a curse cast by Aquila.
Exactly. Of the 12 Titans of Amphorius, Aquila is known for being the most capricious. The weather itself reflects their mood. Tranquil sunshine, mournful rain. Aquila's breath is a brisk wind, and their cries resound as thunder in a storm.
Interesting. Additionally, Aquila is one of the 2 Titans whose core flames have yet to be returned.
The sky above affects every citizen. It's clear that Lady Aglia's decision to confront Aquila at the end of the Flame Chase journey was a carefully considered strategy.
Yeah, it means we'd have all of the demigods together. If returning Aquila's core flame can break the sky's curse, we won't have to exhaust ourselves searching for a way back. We can simply focus on aiding the Chrysos heirs.
Anti-Catherians have no home to return to, so I understand your concern for your old friends and homeland. I used anti-Catherian technology, or scanning, as you might call it, to assess this car. Assuming my judgment is correct, I might be able to conduct a thorough overhaul of its power systems.
I don't think that's a good idea to trust Lygus. Truly. Really? But
Of course, that's only if you, my lord, permit me to interact with it.
by all means, please proceed, but be careful. The Express's thrusters are extremely delicate.
You honor me with your trust. I will be very careful.
Will you know? Lygus, yeah. Apparado Soul, thank you so much for the follow, appreciate it. Ooh. This is unbelievable. You seem to understand its structure perfectly. Have you repaired something like this before?
Not exactly, but we Antikytherians are inherently sensitive to machinery. Carefully endowed our kind with a unique advantage for analyzing and learning.
Have we seen any other Antikytherians besides, like, Lygus and his guard? I feel like they don't belong on Amphorius, if that makes sense. Lygus seems a problematic being. I agree. His guard, I should say his guards. There were like 6 of them.
If you give me some time, I might be able to fully restore this damaged car to its former glory. Then you and your esteemed companion could set off on your return journey sooner.
It wouldn't entirely surprise me if Lygus is just the voice of Noose on this world. This is Noose's way of trying to understand and fight for Amphorius. But isn't the real issue with Aquila?
Hypothetically, Lord Donham, if I could open up a path out of Amphorius that circumvents Aquila's divine punishment, would you consider ceasing your support for the Flame Chase journey?
Oh! I don't understand. Does the Council of Elders possess some secret means of counteracting divine punishment? Captain Sylvian, there we go.
It's best if you don't delve too deeply into that question, my lord. All you need to know is, I can make it happen.
Okay. Lygus is powerful. Maybe this is not a decision by the Council of Elders, but rather his personal wish.
The crucial point is, if you and your companion are unwilling to halt your support for the Chrysos heirs, it could offend certain interests.
Here's the problem with that. We are a Chrysos heir at this point. Trailblazer is a demigod. Like how? We can't leave with a core flame. Forgive me, Lord Lygus, but I must be frank. When visiting Dawncloud, I reviewed the records of many council elders. Among them, only your background was nearly blank. I'd like to accept your goodwill, but given such a mysterious background and motives, anyone cautious would have doubts.
Your prudence impresses me, just as expected.
Oh, Don Hung. Are these people... Is this a trap? Is that why you accompanied me here? This is a new NPC model.
Lord Don Hung. As the Theoros, I have no allegiance to their plans, nor am I obliged to obstruct them. I am neutral.
Are you now?
Out of respect for you, I hope to offer a peaceful solution to ensure the safety of you and your companion.
Emanator of erudition versus Scion of permanence. How is this gonna end? One against 4, then. Just to confirm, if things turn ugly later, will you help?
I will not. As I said, I remain neutral. Are you asking this because you plan to refuse my offer and continue supporting the Chrysos heirs?
You aren't wrong about one thing, Lord Lygus. Indeed, we must try to return to our companions. But our companions now also include the flame-chasing Chrysos heirs. The Nameless cannot and will not ignore the fates of our companions. I love him so much! Oh my gosh, fiercely loyal.
So I see. This is what you call trailblazing.
Part of it. When I asked if you'd help, I meant the ones who need help are them. I love our guy. Love him. Oh, of course we're not going to see the fight. Dang it. Oh, we do. Flame Reaver.
You have such overwhelming power, so why?
What's going on here? Huh?
Answer me. Why do you stand in her way? Why do you want to take the core flames?
He's not answering. Why is he not answering?
Oh no! He can't hold on anymore!
NANI?!
Drag him back here, friend! Are you okay?
What happened?
I'm okay. I can handle that kind of hit now. But a few months ago, that would have knocked me out.
What happened? If I had passed out, that would have been it. Always keeping me on edge. Here.
Thanks for worrying, buddy. Thanks for the help. To face Aglia and other potential threats, I must sharpen myself with the most aggressive methods.
Even so, it's impressive you thought of this training method. battling the phantoms of the past in the River of Time? It's just like the hyperbolic time sanctum that the bards describe.
Ah, got it. Okay, so we're using Mem's time power to send Phynon to a place where he can fight Flame Reaver, kind of? Like an Echo of War, sort of, yeah.
It's working pretty well, wouldn't you say?
I mean, you seem to be stronger.
But combat isn't just about strength and skill. You also need the right weapon.
Yeah.
Compared to that guy's weapon, mine feels like I'm swinging a lump of iron. I can't tell you how many swords I've gone through since the training began.
Huh. Why not get Cartonis to help?
Don't worry. I've already arranged that. Of course I need him.
Okay.
I asked him to make a suitable divine weapon for me. It's a little embarrassing to say this, but in order to help me, he deliberately turned down all other business.
I think Cartonis cares a lot about the Flame Chase journey and about his friends.
Oh, Cartonis is part of this flame chase journey after all. Full of energy.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about how he's been recently, maybe you're right.
But, Phynon, I've been somewhat concerned about you.
Yeah, me too, dude. You seem less energetic than you used to be. You seem tired.
Lately, you seem more and more fixated on that Swordmaster in black.
Yeah, same.
That's quite the sudden shift in topic.
Not really. You were just fighting him.
I've been holding this question in for a long time. You're getting stronger, but seeds of unrest are also growing in me.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Don't worry. I'm not wielding my sword for revenge.
It's the Kevin in
She's
him,
been
it's the
through
chaos in
rigorous
him.
trial and
Chaos with a K.
understands. Those who can't walk out of the shadows of their past are ultimately weak.
I wouldn't say that. People's past haunts them no matter what they do, but I don't think growing past it, not growing past it isn't necessarily a sign of weakness.
Times have
It
changed.
does take a lot of strength to do
The
that.
responsibility I bear is both precious and fragile. I wield my sword for the future of Amphorius. I will not let hatred...
Oops. Cloud my judgment again, neglect my duties. We'll be here by your side.
You're right, partner. As of now, I'm not able to handle that Swordmaster on my own. I still need the help of my friends.
I think that's enough. I think that's okay, though. You don't have to worry about doing this on your own, Mighty. Phynon? Phynon, not Mighty.
Every time I say something, things get so serious. I don't want to be the person who keeps bringing the mood down.
I think you need to take a long vacation, Phynon.
I'm out of energy for training today. How about we go to the library of Philia to lighten the mood?
Yeah, let's go do that.
Sure.
Let's do something fun.
That's what I've been looking forward to. We deserve to enjoy ourselves after all the hard work.
Alright.
Today, I'm definitely going to...
Alright. What were you reading before?
A girl's little secret. Don't pry.
Okay,
That's
fine.
the charm of this place. You can find whatever you're into here.
Nice.
The three of us might not be into scholarly books, but we could still spend an entire day at the library of Philia.
Let's go. Mm-hmm. Woo. Woo. So pretty here. Can we see? Where is she? Are we able to see Cersei's face? Gonna love the readables here. Ooh. Yay! More readables. The ghosts. The ghosts. Hello, ghost. You're very pretty. Alright. Smack. Smack. Whee. my gosh. Let's see. Where's the library? I love the detail that this is the embodiment of Nestia that we have right now, other than Aglia herself. And it's right, it's in the middle of the tree where Circe's heart would be. I think that's such a sweet detail. Whee! Alright, just a second, let me quickly, just so we don't have to deal with anything. Milady. Switching to my Acheron break team.
Stream 4.
Acheron was a great investment. Truly. Whee! Circe's and Nestia were gay for each other. I guess Titans don't have gender. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about those pronouns. The Chinese pronoun has nothing to do with gender. Okay? It's just a way of referring to a deity. It's just they have a specific pronoun for a deity. It's not saying anything about their gender. It's saying something about their nature as a being. Yeah? So there actually are people, and I've been listening for this. There are certain characters that call Nestia or Circe's she. Both of them at different times. That is in the game, okay? You can find it. I don't know where it was, but you can find it. I remember I was listening for it. But they also call them they. So it's the correct translation of that particular Chinese pronoun would actually be it. Can't remember whether they... No, it was she. It was she. I love the idea of, like, we've got the night cycle and then the day cycle with what do you call it? With Amphorius. And then in one cycle, they love each other, and then in the other cycle, they hate each other. It's the head and the heart. You see what's going on there? In one cycle, they're in agreement, and then the other cycle, they are completely against each other. It's saying something about the philosophical concepts, not just about the characters. It's really interesting. Hey, thanks, Grace. Yeah. So it wouldn't technically be incorrect to call them she, but people generally frown on it because that's also not what the pronoun actually is in Chinese. I prefer to just go by they, to be honest. Prefer to just use they for now. Exactly. Why are you spinning around? I don't know, because I wanted to talk. Wanted to talk with you guys. How do I get back? Where do I need to go? Do you include the lore from Divergent Universe in your videos? Sometimes. Sometimes. Here's the thing. I don't trust Simulated Universe or Divergent Universe all that much because, oops, certain aspects of it are I feel untrustworthy. It's going to I have no idea where we're going. We're going to a library. No.
Stream 4.
I'm eventually gonna make a YouTube short on the Eon's pronouns, but that's one of those things that people get touchy about, which is totally fine. I get it. People, because especially like in America, there's so much like what is the word, contentiousness around pronouns, depending on like where you are, like with different groups and things. People can get very, very up in arms very quickly, and it's not always it's sometimes warranted. I'll say that. But in this particular case, it is more a matter of language than it is any kind of contentious, not pretentious. It's more a matter of a translation thing than it is about the identity of the people who have those pronouns. If that makes any sense at all. I hope I'm making sense. I know someone's probably gonna take offense at that. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I'm trying to explain it in a way that is actually communicating what I mean, and I think I'm failing.
Here we are.
Now you're making sense. Okay, good. I'm glad.
Or maybe over here.
All right, let's get this.
I'm off to have some fun. It's free time now, so you should relax too.
Whee! All right. Can we go down this way?
Please stay tuned.
Like how Herda is actually, the Herda is actually Madame Herda in Chinese. Sort of, yeah. Read the readables? I will when I find them. Most of it is finance, Kevin. Okay, don't spoil anything for me. I need you guys to stop doing that, please. I will just not look at chat if it keeps happening, or people start just giving details. It's easy for stuff to get lost in translation, needs at least issues where people can't realize such. You're doing perfectly fine. Okay, thank you so much, Apothecary. It's not spoilers, it's simply since he's so sad right now. Just please don't tell me anything. And I will say it again. If you say 3 words, I hear 6, 7, 8, 9. I am a terminal theorist. Alright. Okay. You're relieved that Don Hung isn't around. No one will be there to judge you for your reading tastes. The scroll at hand shows a line of small text. Non-standard reading material. Please return to its original place after borrowing. Do not let any Grove professor discover it. 10 exclamation marks. It seems the scholars of the Grove, amidst their profound academic discussions, haven't forgotten their own little hobbies. So, which reading material will you peruse? Ooh. Forbidden Love, The Tree and the Butterfly. My professor can't possibly be this shy. One Punch God, Aglia. Okay. Brushing off the dust that settled on him, he adjusted his attire and stood firm, facing the giant eagle in a tense standoff. So you think you're something special just because you defeated the silent Georios? Mortal, heed my advice. The God King remained silent, gazing into Aquila's 1,000 eyes. Slowly, he raised his right arm, 4 fingers pressed together, and with a single motion, he lightly waved at the colossal being before him. Arrogant fool, you will pay the price for your insolence! Oh. Aquila's fury erupted, their towering form radiating intense heat. In an instant, their massive wings vibrated at an imperceptible speed. 1,000 razor-sharp feathers shot forth like swords, hurtling straight toward the God King. As everyone knows, the feathers of the Sky Titan can pierce through iron and steel, let alone mortal flesh. Their sheer density left no room to evade. The violent storm of lethal blades closed in, and time itself seemed to freeze. Aquila enhanced their reflexes, predicting the movements of this arrogant little thief before them. Noticing the God King shifting his stance, Aquila mused. He had only 2 choices. He could push off the ground to evade left or right, or stand firm and brace for impact. But either way, it would be futile. The feathered blades would shift with the wind, altering their trajectory. No matter how swift his movements, they would follow him relentlessly. But who could have predicted the God King never intended to dodge? He pushed forward instead, seizing the first incoming feather blade between 2 fingers. With a swift turn, he carved a spiral through the air and hurled it back at supersonic speed. The feather blade curved with the wind, piercing deep into the storm. Without the slightest deviation, it collided tip to tip with another razor-sharp steel feather. Ding! The deflected feather veered to the sides upon impact, colliding with others and further altering their trajectories. Ding! The sharp clashing of feathers rang out in an irregular rhythm, a chain reaction unfolding until the force of the final feather was dissipated, scattering harmlessly into the air. With just a single seized feather, the God King had nullified the entire storm of blade-like wings. Aquila was shocked. How could a mere mortal possess such a divine skill? Yet, as a being of godly essence, they did not allow themselves to be shaken. Seizing the moment, as the scattered feathers clouded their vision, they swiftly brought down their claws, sharp as steel greatswords, aiming to end the battle in a single decisive strike. Boom! The massive claw struck dead center where the God King stood, the sheer force of impact carving a deep crater into the ground. No, something felt off. Aquila's mind raced. This sensation was strange. Had it missed? Or they focused their gaze only to witness the impossible. Their enormous, razor-sharp claw, many times larger than God King himself, was caught, held effortlessly in a single hand, as if the God King were merely grasping a piece of cutlery. The countless white feathers drifting through the air painted an eerie contrast against the battlefield's deadly stillness. The once mighty and untouchable giant eagle found itself frozen in shock for the first time in 1,000 years. Muttering in disbelief, they said, "Impossible. Even Giorios, when fighting me, could do nothing but evade beneath my iron claws. Yet you! What in the world are you?" Haven't you already figured out the answer? A mere mortal, nothing more. You cocky little... Aquila attempted to retract their claw, but under the God King's grip, it was as if frozen in place. Completely... Wow. Just a second. Let me take a drink. I got so caught up in that. Oh gosh. Give me a second. Okay. Aquila attempted to retract their claw, but under the God King's grip it was as if frozen in place, completely immobile. Their expression darkened. Seeing this, the God King seemed to smile. He clenched the fingers of his free hand, and then, at a speed even a Titan's vision could not perceive, with full force, he swung his fist. Boom! In an instant, the divine body shattered. A tidal wave of force shook the heavens, sending tremors through the divine steel-forged walls, cracking them in multiple places. The sacred temple teetered on the brink of collapse. From this moment on, the celestial realm would exist no more. The people of Amphorius would no longer endure the tyranny of the heavens. Why, Black Hole, thank you so much for the follow. And all of this was made possible by the God King's mighty blows. No, by a single punch. The distant Titan gods sensed the fall of their comrade and erupted into furious howls. Was there no one who could stop him? How could his advance ever be shaken? What they did not realize was that even one as mighty as the God King was still bound by the desires of mortals. Just as before the battle began, he once again adjusted his attire. Congratulations! You have reached your end, Aquila. You are strong. Strong enough to be worthy of the name Sky Titan. He ignored the crumbling stone walls behind him and strode toward the temple's exit. His steps were steady, yet the disappointment on his face was unmistakable. But your only flaw was failing to make this satisfying for me. Next episode, battling Nikador. If you wish to defeat me, train for another 1,000 years. Pretty much. Hey, thanks for that hydrate, Black Hole. Can't imagine Hyacinth becoming an eldritch sky god monster thing. I know, right? That's crazy. That's crazy. Invigorating literature, your favorite. Yes. think Finon is a Ravager who is mentioned or someone new. I think he's probably someone new. If he is one of the Ravagers that we know of, it would be Zephyro in my mind. Because Zephyro also was known for igniting a sun, just like Kepali, and is known to be a one-man army, and the Flame Reaver has clones. So, my professor can't be this cute. You want me to read that one? It's probably about Anaxa, isn't it? Thank you for the follow, Baron. I see you. I see you. Alright. Be this shy, you mean? Oh, gosh, let me stretch. There we go. Is this gonna... I am pretty sure it's gonna remain appropriate. I try to remain family friendly on these streams, but... Okay. Sorry I'm late! I used the power of a Cognos bloom to climb over the vines, rushing to the classroom and nervously pulling open the door only to make eye contact with the person I had an appointment with. The professor, barely over 30, was leaning casually against the stone lectern, loose and relaxed. The scholar's robe gleamed bright in the dim light of the Evernight, giving off an almost divine aura. The first class and already late. Looks like someone is eager to meet Thanatos. In other words, this was our first one-on-one lesson, and I just totally blew it from the start. Probably even Circes would have felt embarrassed looking at such a sorry scene. Luckily, I had already come up with a plan. Sorry, Professor, I'll do anything to make it up to you. Okay, I already don't like this. Oh my gosh. I am very cringing. I'm very cringing. Anything? Well, please, I hope you'll be lenient. At these words, the professor's face broke into a charming smile. Then I want you to teach me. Wait, Professor? I want to break down the points on this paper word by word, and I want you to break down the points on this paper word by word and explain to me slowly. Although there was no mirror here, I could guess that my face had turned red from this sudden and direct request. But, Professor, I'm still just a student intern. Isn't it a bit too early for me to do something like this? I finally worked up the courage to say it. Do you want me to waste the lesson I prepared, you fool? At least wait until after class. Wait, what the heck? If this is gonna be like 5 paragraphs of innuendo, I'm not gonna do it. Oh my gosh. It's not that bad. It truly isn't, but I'm gonna go and skip it. It's just that one little, oh my gosh, I'll do anything, that is so cursed. Oh gosh. All right, you know what? We're just gonna continue. I can only imagine what's in this. All right, let's just keep going.
I wonder what Finon and Mem are reading.
I wonder. Let's go find out. I don't regret reading that. I will probably look at it later, but not today. Wait, did I get... Oh, okay, so I can look at the readable after the fact. Good. Alright, it's so cringe. There's no situation. Oh my gosh, I hate that. Hi, Finon. Are you gonna be obsessive? Are you gonna be obsessive? And are you reading about the Flame Reaver? You need to not do that, Finon. You need to relax. Ma'am! Ma'am!
Month of cultivation, curtain fall hour, a time to feast on grains, but poor time for fishing.
Of course you're reading about time.
Oh, but then again, are there even any spots left to fish in Amphorius these days?
That's a good point. Oh my gosh. Alright. Go to Finon, it's funny, I will. You into fishing?
Ah, you scared me!
You into fishing? She's... Wait, true? Like a Paimon XP? Question mark?
Bursting into someone's world like that can really catch them off guard.
Obviously, sorry.
Well, no more jokes. There's nothing here. I'll go look elsewhere.
Okay.
Something's odd about Mem. What are they flipping through?
Something about fishing. Fight on? Fight on. Is Mem emergency food? She might be. Don't know what else she is. What you reading, buddy? Hey!
Well, I thought I felt a draft just now. Peeking isn't polite, my friend.
If you're reading about the Flame Reaver, I'm going to tear that scroll out of your hands and tell you to find something a little more entertaining. You need to rest, man.
You could have just asked. There's nothing embarrassing about it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Here, look, I'm reading this. Antiques Appraisal. How to make a fortune.
Oh, that's right. You like antiques. I forgot about that. I know how. In your dreams.
Your comments cut deep. It's tough to find a good comeback.
Sorry. I'll back off.
I've spent a lot of time pondering how Aglia became such an effective leader. Beyond the intangible qualities like personality and ethics, a major reason is her family wealth.
Oh, so you're trying to also become wealthy so that you can be a good leader?
That's the perk of growing up in a big city, isn't it? For those of us in the sticks, luck doesn't come as easily. It's 30% grind, 70% fate.
I'd say that the estimation for grind is lenient. And so is the thing for fate. It's insane.
Oops, talk too much. As a leader, you need both integrity and integrity and skill.
Oh gosh. Alright, fine on. Alright. Wealth is a big factor that people will be quicker to listen to. This is true. This is true. It helps to not have to be scraping for every penny that you need.
Oh, these cards are so detailed and fine.
You having fun, Mem?
Ruler, Weaver, Traveler, Healer.
Are you learning about the Titans?
But the interpretation for each card is so long. Do I have to memorize them all?
What, huh? What are you looking at? There will come a moment.
What a coincidence! We meet again. Guess we're fated to be together, huh?
I mean, you are my sacred beast.
But you must be busy, so I won't bother you for now. Hope your day, every day, is joyful.
What are you looking at, Mem?
So suspicious. Not like their usual self.
She's trying to learn something. Finance English voice is jarring because he sounds like he's seen it all already. I feel like he has. He just doesn't remember it. Isn't that right, Snowy? Alright. What's up?
You sure are persistent.
I am.
All right. I'm totally helpless against your charm.
What are you guys chatting about? Is this the Amphorious Divination Compendium?
What are you trying to divine?
Why are you here too?
Sorry, seeing you two chasing each other around, I suddenly found my book not that appealing anymore.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Never thought Mem would be into divination.
Well, she is kind of a
But
time
it's
being,
not
isn't she?
exactly a niche hobby. So why all the secrecy?
I wanted to set up a surprise. Master it in secret and give you all a shock. But getting caught halfway through, it's only natural I'd feel shy. A girl's heart is more delicate than Aquila's ever-changing moods.
Fair enough.
A surprise, huh? Someone else used to tell me the same. She was really good at stargazing.
Fallen Sky, thank you for the
divination,
follow. And Eldar and
especially with
Cow. I don't know if I
cards.
said anything to you, but thank you as well.
Yeah, just like the ones you're looking at.
And you must be pretty familiar with all sorts of divination techniques with a friend like that.
That's right. Cyrene did like divination.
No, I know nothing about it. I've never really believed in using cards or bones to predict the future. If the good omens foretold by divination were true, my hometown, Heidi's Elysiae, wouldn't have disappeared. Don't forget, we've got Lady Trinan. Every other form of divination is just smoke and mirrors or cleverly rehearsed tricks compared to her flawless prophecies.
She is very smart. Little faith in these things is bad sometimes, but it should be approached with a critical eye.
To me, divination could be a power that guides our spirits. Fate always casts a shadow in front of us, clouding our view of the future. That's why people turn to divination. It's just to find a small reason to give them courage to face the unknown.
You've really thought about this.
After all, the first chapter of the Divination Compendium discusses the significance of divination. I'm just expanding on that a bit.
Strange. That person I knew used to say similar things.
Okay, so it's pretty much confirmed at this point that Mem is connected to Sarini.
I couldn't help but feel uneasy, even though I never believed in the outcomes. Maybe it was her tone. Cyrene. She could paint a complete fantasy so vividly, it utterly captivated me as a child.
It's sweet.
Right, I still carry a card she once used. Do you want to see it?
Is it the Deliverer by any chance? It's the Deliverer.
Wow. It's so exquisite. I'd love to have a card like that. Oh, now that you mention it, yes, it would be even better if it were made of, say, crystal.
Speaking of which, partner, there's something I haven't shared with you all. Remember our first trip to the Temple of the Three Fates? The riddle that Orin exposed to us?
Uh-oh.
Who's there?
Who is it? Oh, these people.
You are...
Let me see, what can we do? Nice cosplay? Eyes peeled? Assassins?
These folks are up to no good.
Paula, thank you so much for the follow.
Black clothing. Masks decorated with golden blood. Are they cleaners?
To directly call us by our name, it seems you, Lord Finan, have studied the forgotten history of Amphorius quite thoroughly.
Who are they?
Your friend seems quite interested in us. Perhaps you could explain, Lord Finan. It would be the polite thing.
It would. Let's do
Our
this.
esteemed guests pass away without understanding.
That's a bit presumptuous of
During
you.
the Chrysos War, to combat the Chrysos heirs, several cities formed an underground assassin squad called the Cleaners. Their task was to erase anyone with golden blood from existence.
Oh.
Assassination, poisoning, political persecution. They would do anything to achieve their objective.
That's why there are so few left today.
Well, this historical perspective seems biased, glossing over the Chrysos heirs' abuse of divine powers and their blatant initiation of war in order to defame our predecessors. Could you disclose the name of the author behind this popular legend, Lord Finan? I'd hate for the innocent children of Akamar to be tainted by such slanted narratives.
You should have stayed buried in the dust of history. The Citizens' Assembly has once again legitimized the mission of the Chrysos heirs. But as for you, not one citizen would cast their vote for you. Executioners lurking in the shadows.
What does it matter? We've long since stopped expecting to be understood. People have become too accustomed to peace, and they've forgotten the disasters that arose from allowing generations of the Chrysos heirs to rule.
Complete nonsense. Did you really travel all the way to the Grove just to
I'm
have an
loving
argument?
this.
Enjoy. dealing with people as straightforward as you, Lord Finan, you've probably figured out why we've come before you.
Just a handful of you here. Who do you think you're fighting?
Keep your cool, partner. They've come out of the shadows, which suggests they have something up their sleeves.
They're distracting us.
All right. Let's hear it. What are you hiding? But watch your language and don't say anything you might regret. My shoulders might be sore and my sword a tad dull, but it's still enough to slice off your tongues.
Okay. Alright, Finan. Take a breath. You're alright. Oh, hello. Hyacin.
How's it going, Cinny? This place fits, doesn't it? It's a bit small, but the lighting is perfect.
Thank you, Lady Treeby.
Oh, look at him.
The Twilight Courtyard can be
Little
reborn
Ika.
in Akama. Do you like it here too, little Ika?
Ah! The sound!
It's so bright here. Maybe you should rename it? How about Luminous Courtyard?
Lady Treeby makes a good point. But Twilight Courtyard carries the long history of the descendants of the sky, and I'd like it to continue.
Right.
Ika looks like a squishmallow. Yep, I need a mem plushie and an Ika plushie and a raccoon plushie. I need plushies, okay?
Even Lady Treeby forgets things.
We just haven't prepared lessons in a while now, so we're a bit rusty. Just give us some time and we'll remember.
Oh. Are you having memory issues now too, Treeby?
Now we remember. Kremnos in the Firmament, Volume 3, Section 5.
Oh, I posted about this on Twitter. I want a plushie of that raccoon that's used in the Galactic Baseballer event that's going on right now. I love that raccoon!
With Celiosi, the Day Thunder Knight, striking down the Eye of Twilight, the divine war between Nikador and Aquila, which spanned centuries, came to an end.
Okay.
Thereafter, the Skyfolk gradually declined. Numerous sky fortresses were abandoned, and their descendants began to establish themselves on the land. Finally, those descended from Celiosi the Day Thunder Knight were welcomed by the scholars under Circes and established the Twilight Courtyard in the Grove.
Okay, nice.
The historical records seem slightly at odds with our memories. But the details from that time have become somewhat hazy to us.
Ooh. Ooh, there's been espionage, you say. Espionage, you say? Who has changed history? Who has been a revisionist?
Oh, I forgot. For Lady Treeby,
Hi, Facisto, how are
it's more
you?
than just words on a page. It's something you've personally lived through.
Oh, little Ika, so cute.
Little Ika loves listening to the stories from the legends. I'm sure you're also imagining one day you'll be as awe-inspiring as the winged beasts by Celiosi's side. That day will come. I believe it. Just keep growing.
Oh, hello.
Lord Crediros?
Ah. Why is
Miss
he here?
Hyacinth. And Lady Treeby. Good to see you're doing all right. I heard from the citizens you were nearby and came to check.
Doing all right. What's going on, Crediros?
Oh, yeah, because last time we saw, like, Crataros and Treeby were together, there was a attack by the Flame Reaver and Crataros saved her, remember?
There's been another violent incident at the market. A shop was smashed and looted. It's the third time this week.
Who did it?
How can this be? I always thought that with Lady Aglia here, Akama would remain peaceful.
That was true in the past. But these days, forgive my bluntness, her senses may not be as sharp as they once were.
Aggie.
In my opinion, malevolent forces have noticed the slack in the golden threads and are now plotting to exploit the opportunity.
The Citizens' Assembly just wrapped up. Why is there still unrest?
The Chrysos heirs won by only one vote, Lady Treby. From my years of experience, a narrow victory often walks hand in hand with unrest.
Trouble. Miss Hyacinth. Trouble.
Who is it?
Clementine. Take a breath.
Okay, what's going on?
Please. Something terrible has happened at Marmorial Palace.
What is it, Doctor? Calm yourself and talk us through.
Did someone try and assassinate someone?
Lady Aglia.
Yep, I had a feeling.
It's Lady Aglia who's in trouble.
Yep, I kind of saw this coming. Yeah. Someone probably tried to. I doubt they'll succeed. Moments ago, okay.
I still remember. This bath that overlooks the entire palace was built by the Council of Elders 900 years ago.
Wow.
Its purpose was to commemorate the first flame chase journey and to remember the heroes who made great sacrifices for Amphorius.
What fruit is that? What the heck?
Rules were set then. No one was allowed to enter, apart from guests invited by the Gold Weaver.
They should have given Nias his own model. I agree. Nias deserved his own stuff.
But, I guess, you're no longer pretending to follow the rules, are you, Lady Kindness?
That's right. Okay.
Aglia, Aglia. You ageless witch, hiding behind a divine facade to deceive mortals. We've been far too kind with you.
Kind? There's no need to use such a word to cover up your incompetence.
I don't trust Aglia, but I
Alexander
trust Kindness
humiliated
less.
all of you before the citizens. If you still had any shred of shame, you'd throw yourselves from dawn cloud at the curtainfall hour to salvage the last fragments of your dignity.
Demigod, why not gaze into the water's reflection and see the wretched face you wear now? These days you're not only blind, but also deaf. The cleaners were born for this moment.
Is the game quiet?
Orders, rules,
Here.
and laws fail to restrain you. It's time for the dagger
Does that
to
help at
pass
all?
judgment.
If you're in such a hurry, give it a try.
Going toe-to-toe
Yo,
with a demigod.
how did we got 25 followers
not
this stream
that
alone, and we are
foolish.
now at 2,700. What the heck happened? Ha! Renadrix, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it.
The dagger isn't at your throat, but...
Oh, what?
Your gravest accusation is that my humanity is fading. And you claim my concern for mortal joys and sorrows is nothing but a facade. If that accusation holds, what makes you think the lives of these civilians will sway me in the slightest?
Fine. I'll gladly use a few more words to shatter
Victory,
that
thank you so much for the
demigod
follow.
facade of yours. Like I said, you're not only blind, but deaf too. Lately, your control over Akima has weakened. You failed to notice the thefts we arranged in the market, nor did you catch wind of the meetings happening in the Tromus workshop. Plots are unfolding right under your nose, yet you remain indifferent. Humanity? Fading? Aglia, why not use your precious golden thread to peer into my thoughts? See if the gift we've so meticulously prepared for you can move that cold demigod heart of yours.
In this moment,
I only regret not being more ruthless. Because your evil is beyond cure.
What did she do?
You finally figured it out.
Yeah, I love Kindness's voice too. They picked a
You have
good
grown
actress for
dull.
this role.
I've been holding that image in my mind this whole time to make sure you could see it clearly.
I want you to have this knucklebone talisman, Big Sis. I hope it brings you luck every day and keeps you safe from bullies.
That girl who can't speak or hear. What if she accidentally lost her eyes too? You know better than anyone what it feels like to lose your sight. Imagine if 1,000 years ago you, already blind, had also lost your voice and hearing in your youth. Would you still have become the Aglia you are today? Look at those broken, pleading eyes. How disappointing. We overestimated your cunning. If this plan fails, we still have dozens of splendid parting gifts prepared. Demigod, would you like to hear about them?
That's evil. Oh my goodness.
I thought I could buy some more time. In these 1,000 years, I've witnessed the fall of 10 titans. From my naive arrogance at the beginning to slowly learning how to guide others.
Why can't Aglia just kill him? Well, firstly, because Emphorius is some sort of democracy. And there is a sanctity of human life thing that is part of Aglia's code, so she just won't. For another, as Kindness just explained, they have plans where if Aglia, I assume they're wanting Aglia to commit Sudoku jump off of the platform here. And if she doesn't, they're going to blind a child who already cannot speak or hear. They're trying to kill her, though. There are some things that are more important than life and death. Aglia cares about that kid. It's just a threat, yeah. But she absolutely will follow through on it.
Now, it's time to let go. I should be grateful. Grateful that I've reached this moment.
Oh,
to let my
goodness.
departure become a path for others to follow.
Oh my goodness. Is this actually gonna happen?
Have I done enough? If I embrace that prophecy now and sink into the warmth of these waters.
Good grief. The Council of Elders have just stopped trying to care about the people. That's true, yeah. You're correct.
Will the wandering wind stop to mourn me? Cipher?
Why are you calling to Cipher? Are we gonna get there in time? What's going on? No! Stop! A millennium ago.
Seamstress! I've come as promised. Look at this box full of gold and silver treasures. I bet there's stuff here you've never seen.
Okay.
Come on. As we agreed, I want to buy the most valuable clothes you have.
Little thief! You've got some nerve, barging into my shop dressed in those tattered rags. What have you brought? Let me see.
So it seems they were both human at this point.
Here, take a look.
Or, well,
Only the
Cipher was a
finest
cat girl, but not a
goods.
demigod.
See the sapphire? It's even more blue than Fagusa's eyes.
Such exquisite luster. I've only seen an ocean's tier of this quality in my mother's treasury.
Wait. you've seen one before. Ugh, and here I thought I'd leave you speechless. Ugh, what a letdown.
They're giving, in this particular moment, they're giving like exasperated older sister and younger sister vibes. I like it. Oh my gosh.
It's just an old memory. My family estate all burned to ashes long ago. This workshop is what I built from scratch.
Oh wow, we're getting a little bit of Aggie backstory. Nice.
Wow, a daughter rebuilding her family business. How admirable. Enough with the jokes. At least you did get to enjoy those luxuries.
Aw, poor Cipher.
Mind your manners, kitty.
She sounds less tired. She does. It's Aglia sounds like really energetic. Huh. It's reminding me of the way Finon's voice has changed as like we've gotten further and further along in this story, you know? And back. Hey, welcome back, Galaxy. The humanity hasn't faded away here. That's right, yeah. Oops, sorry. I know you guys are hearing some clunks. She sounds more British. She's... I like her voice. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright. She upped the Britishness from 10 to 11, pretty much. Kitty. And I'm drawing nice. Good
Tell
for you.
me, Cipher, where did you come from? And how did you acquire these treasures?
Watch them be all like counterfeits or something.
I won them fair and square in a bet. What? Do you doubt me?
She's giving Aventurine. This was Cipher's first VA gig? Whoa, really? GG's, girl.
Speak up, seamstress. Give me a straight answer. Do you want these or not?
Strange. You're clearly lying to my face, but my golden thread doesn't tremble at all.
Oh, so is Cipher the only one who can lie to her?
That's because I'm not lying. I've been telling the truth from the start.
Is that so? The scars and the mud stains on your face tell another story.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on. Can't we just do business without all this chatter?
She's so cute.
Don't
Oh my
worry.
gosh.
I didn't leave any evidence, so no one will bother you.
How can I trust a word you say when you're so skilled at lying?
Dealing with you rich people is such a pain. Always wasting my time. Fine, if you don't want it. There are plenty of others who do.
Hold on.
Oh goodness.
Your treasure? I'll accept it. But these alone aren't enough to purchase the Gold Weaver's finest clothes. That said, I do have something that would suit you perfectly.
She's
What do
so
you
much.
have in
They're both
mind?
so much more quirky, you know? Well, Aggie a bit more, but
Look,
the cat
bit
distribution
closer.
system. Ooh.
Oh, it's shimmering gold. Absolutely stunning.
Are those the shoes she wears now?
these golden boots are the Gold Weaver's greatest treasures. Though not as valuable as the most precious gowns, they hold a magical power.
Do they now?
Legend has it that Zagreus blessed these boots, allowing anyone who wears them to move swiftly and silently.
Oh!
Put them on, Cipher. Then don't get caught again. A face as lovely as yours deserves better protection.
You rich folks just love sticking your noses in everything, don't you?
That's so cute. Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm taking these now, so don't get any second thoughts.
She's like, okay, I'm taking them now. They fit?
What's wrong?
Do you have a smaller size?
These are way too big for me.
You'll grow into them.
Well, I suppose you'll have to grow into them.
Ha.
Do you have to interrupt me in the middle of my story? Fake? What's fake?
Huh.
Those boots definitely don't hold Zagreus' divine power. You're Amphorius' most cunning liar, and even you were fooled by Aglia.
Oh my gosh. It always fits eventually. Yeah.
Watch your mouth, or I'll feed you to the fish in the River of Souls. Weren't you curious how I got tangled up with that seamstress? Well, now you know. Satisfied?
I didn't expect such a simple story. How disappointing.
Oh my goodness.
But, boss lady, there's a chance Aglia wasn't trying to trick you?
I mean, she can still move swiftly and silently.
You're defending her.
No. I just think the story's so moving, it'd be a shame to ruin it with a lie. If I could cry, I'd be in tears right now.
Good thing you've still got a sharp tongue, or you'd have been stuck guarding someone's front door ages ago. Enough chit-chat. Let's take a look at this place. The city of Styxia. Look how beautiful she is.
Oh my goodness.
Let me take a good sniff of this air. This air, it's filled with the scent of treasure everywhere.
I mean, I already kind of ransacked it
Just wonderful.
after last patch, but okay.
Thanks to Castorus and Grey Mystery, the ancient city's barrier was finally dispelled. Now that I think about it, helping them was well worth it. Time for treasure hunting, Barto! Lead the way, and whatever we find, we'll
You
split.
think Bartolos is the name of the other Psycho Zagreus? That's possible. I hadn't thought about that, but that makes sense.
Well, I have a suggestion. How about 70-30 instead?
Listen closely. Do you hear that? The gnawfish in the River of Souls are growling with hunger.
80-20 it is. How generous you are, boss lady Cipher.
Anyway, what's with all this water? It's damp, cold, and miserable here. I hate it.
Ooh, the mighty demigod of trickery. Uneasy around water.
She is a cat.
You wouldn't understand. The people of Dolos are talented in many ways. Just, not in swimming.
You're just a cat. It's okay to say it. It's okay to say it, girly. Do not the cat, yeah.
Why don't we have a race? Long distance, sprint, or laps? Take your pick.
She's trying to change the subject as fast as she can.
What's got you so worked up? Relax. Who would have thought the fearless Lady Cipher was afraid of water?
Can you blame her? She's a freaking cat. Apparently it feels really awful against their skin.
Cats hate getting wet. What's so hard to understand about that? Now, hurry up and figure out a way across. Or I might have to reconsider our
Dolos an actual city state? I have no idea.
Don't rush me. Let me take a look around. Got it. Let's use that thing. Come on, follow me, boss lady.
Let's go.
Not a good imitation. I'll play along. Let's see where this goes, Bartolos.
Bartolos. In quotes. So it's not Bartolos?
Tell me, how did you hunt for treasure when I wasn't around, boss lady?
This isn't Spirit Thief? No, it's I don't know actually.
Trying to trick me into saying something. Not a chance.
Ooh, interesting. Very interesting.
You can't get across though, can you? Because you don't
Was
have
this device designed by priests of Ornyx? Do you think you can handle it?
Don't underestimate me, boss. Just find a cozy dry corner and wait for me.
Alright. tell me if Flame Reaver... No, Flame Reaver can't, but Cyphera can.
Not bad, but just a warning. If this thing fails while we're halfway through the water...
You will get wet, and it will not be nice. Wet cat Cypheros. Cyphera. Cyphera?
Trust me! For that sweet 20% cut of the loot, I'll make sure you're taken care of.
Alright. Here, yeah, let's get Cipher on the team. Alright, let's go.
Huh. This feels truly magical. When did you pick up this trick?
Let's go. Up we go.
We're here. Can we turn off this spotlight now? It's really blinding.
No problem. Just use the device over there to shut it off.
And shut off. There we go.
The scent of gold coins, gems, and fine leather. It's so refreshing.
Cactus, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it.
The treasures in this ancient city are all floating back up thanks to Grey Mystery and that pink squirrel.
I love how no one can decide what mem is.
Yes, right here. What are you waiting for? Start digging.
Roger that. Watch me.
Okay. Activated excavation mode.
Wow! That's a huge chest. Move over. I want to open it myself. Wow, wow. A massive haul. Unbelievable. It's hard to imagine the kind of luxurious life the people of Styxia once led.
Yeah.
As expected for a realm of Fagusa's disciples. This entire chest is filled with ornaments made from ocean's tears. Here, take this. See if it suits you.
Ooh, thanks for the gift, boss. Much appreciated. Look at the clarity of this purple crystal. It matches my skin tone perfectly.
That's so good. I love these two's dynamic. It's great.
How long have we known each other? I can't believe you still fall for this.
How could I have forgotten about this? I'll believe it as true, and the lie becomes reality. What a convenient ability.
The demigod of trickery's divine gift. Far more practical than any golden thread or teleporter. All right, enough fooling
Will you
around.
finish the story today? I'm gonna try,
Here's
yeah.
the real thing. Lead the way.
Cipher rules! I've already pinpointed the next trove of treasure! Starting navigation.
I wonder if Bartolos. What if their real name is Greed? So you will walk with greed and die over petty change. I think its name is Greed, yeah?
Boss lady, we're set to make a fortune this time! Got any plans on how to spend it?
Hey, Fallen Sky.
Of course. Spend nothing. Have you forgotten my silly prophecy?
I remember, of course. Whoa! Isn't that like...
Uh-huh.
Isn't that the good... Here we go round the river of souls.
Ooh, okay.
Spirit thief goes.
Okay, so I need to grab the spotlight again.
What are you even singing? You're totally
Then
out of
who's
tune.
petty change? I don't know, maybe it's your coin.
Once activated, this thing makes a racket that can be heard for miles. It's just too stupid.
Seriously, what was the Titan thinking when they came up with this thing?
Hey, if
If you don't want the trickery to be exposed, you'd better start by keeping your mouth shut.
Hmm?
What do you say?
But lady, you're absolutely right. I'll be careful with my words.
Do you have any ideas on who this could be? Since I think it might be someone named Greed. It could be, was Zagreus herself? Who knows?
Ah! This thing's way too loud when it's on. Let's not stir up more trouble, okay?
Okay, so, alright, I guess we don't. They just wanted me to kind of look at it, not actually do anything with it? Okay.
There's a big guy guarding this place.
Yeah, big and dumb. Just
Big purple lump of stupidity. That's hilarious. Alright,
It's you again.
pure lump of stupidity.
Interesting.
Feeling lucky. Feeling lucky.
I don't know if we need
Feeling
anything, but
lucky.
there we go.
Sound lingers.
Please stay tuned.
Look at its face.
No trying Cipher and fight? Not right
How
now.
could something be so ugly?
Yeah, so ugly. Ugly enough to make even me, a little imp without a digestive system, feel nauseous.
If that ugly brute messes up my face, even the stoic Talantin might end up shedding a tear.
Indeed, that would be
Oh, so Talantin is known for his stoicness. Or there, I don't actually. Oh, Talantin's sister. I remember now. Talantin, Yanis, and Orynyx are siblings. Can you check Twitter real quick? Yeah. Wait, I see you. What did you do? What did you do? Ah, Val! Val! Oh my goodness. It's so cute. I'm reposting this. I'm reposting this. Just a second, guys. I'm reposting it to my Twitter. You're so sweet. Oh my gosh. It's so cute. Ah! I'm in love. You're amazing. Oh my gosh. And also congrats on 500. That's crazy. You deserve it. You absolutely deserve it. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm gonna have this save. Show? Okay, I'll show you guys on stream. If you really want. Give me a second to pull it up so you guys can see. Just 1 second, guys. There we go. Window capture. There we go. Ta-da! Val has made a thing. So cute. Oh my gosh. Oh goodness. Yeah, Val does art on Twitter. You should absolutely go check them out. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna get back to the story now. Oh gosh. I get sidetracked so easily when I'm playing this. I love it so much. Lovely art. That is Val Plays Minecraft. Val is fantastic.
So, how about you take the front? I'll attack from the side.
That's exactly what's going on, sitting in a dark room in front of a PC. I'm actually in a very bright room. My room is big and bright. And I have many, many cool things in here.
Right. Fleeing fits a rogue nature.
Current theory. I think people are dying this patch. I think that's what's going on. I think people are dying.
Huh?
Okay.
Eternal.
The mood is set just right. Let the show begin.
Every petal in life's all will be swept away by the wind.
Never thought people would die in this patch. It's just a theory. It's just a theory. Don't worry. It's just my take on things.
Dreams do come true. How familiar.
They taking a nap. It's okay. They're just resting. They're just resting.
There's more to life.
All right. Let's refresh that. There we go.
Watch your head.
Oh, I love aventuring.
It too shall fall.
Bow!
The mood is set just right.
What was this thing supposed to be before it corrupted? I don't know.
Let the show begin.
Looks like the Fragmentum monsters. I mean, I did say in my video, Black Tide, what the Black Tide is doing is Stellaron behavior, so I mean...
Still waters of Oblivion. Hedge your bet, huh?
Fuck. Looks like the blaze ice out of space. Yeah.
All will be swept away by the wind.
You're all getting shawarma with Gallagher and Misha. Yep.
Free will, or was it fate?
Functions the same too, but with bleed. Yeah.
Destined for Oblivion. The dice have been bust.
Let's pop this thing.
Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch
Ooh, that was a chunk of damage.
Value.
Boom! There we go. New maps are peak. I haven't gotten to them yet. I'm excited.
Taken down with just a couple of hits. How boring.
Hey, Bartolos, are you still alive? Give us a squeak if you are.
Here! I mean, squeak!
Look at you.
I like
all shaken
Bartolos.
up. Can't handle even this bit of action.
Should be safe here now. Get to work.
Banger music later in this patch. I look forward to it.
Aye, boss lady Cipher.
Bartolos activated excavation mode, unearthing the treasure buried deep underground. My builds are terrible. Oh,
It doesn't
it's
smell
okay.
like
It's
anything
okay.
valuable this time. Since we've already dug it up, let's open it and see.
What's inside?
Huh. Is this?
Month of balance, day something. 3 more neighboring households moved away today. The tide has risen higher than ever before, already reaching the 5th step of the stone stairway to our residence. The priest insists it's merely seasonal high tide that will soon recede, but having lived in Styxia for 30 years, I've never witnessed water levels like this. Leandro from the harbor went fishing 3 days ago and reported that seawater had become unusually turbid, appearing as if mixed with ink. Beneath the surface, he glimpsed strange shadows, not human in form, yet possessing distinct outlines. After returning, he developed a high fever and has remained bedridden since. Month of balance, day something. The city's feasts have grown increasingly frenzied. Grand celebrations that once occurred only during the month of joy now happen almost daily. At the Anzo family's banquet last night, I witnessed 2 normally well-mannered women treading grapes barefoot, emitting strange laughter, and then directly drinking the dirt-laden juice. They claimed to be mimicking Fagausa's ritual ceremonies, though I've never heard of such an absurd form of worship. Prices at the market have risen by 30%. The honey brew merchant reports that the brewing process has become exceptionally difficult lately. The yeast cultures mysteriously rot. Only by distilling with seawater collected directly from the harbor can they... Oh, that's awful. Do you realize what that means? Okay, let's go back to the beginning. They were talking about Leandro from the harbor, right? He went out fishing. He fishes every day. The ocean turned black, okay? It's the black tide. All right? And there were monsters in the water, and he was exposed to it, and I'm gonna assume when someone is corrupted by the black tide, he developed a high fever and has remained bedridden ever since. It acts like a disease. It takes over them. They're literally, it's zombies, okay? They become zombies, okay? Let's be very clear on that. They're not traditional rotting, shambling corpses, but they are not human anymore. But they look like humans. They sometimes speak with the voices of the people they used to be. We can see that in an Axis trailer. What is the black tide? I don't know. But then let's go down here. Someone said, hey, you know what? We're gonna do feasts every single day. We're gonna do all of the feasts. And most likely whoever that was doing it specifically so they could spread this. The honey brew merchant, they started brewing their wine with water from the harbor. The black tide infested water. They poisoned the water supply with the black tide. And then made people drink it by having excessive feasts. I'm horrified. Okay. Who is this person and are they not? Huh. The enemies from ZZZ? Yeah, they absolutely remind me of them too. It's difficult to know sometimes in these games whether they're simply taking inspiration from other games made by the same company, because sometimes they do. It's like they work closely together. If someone has a good idea in one department, it's going to get passed around to the other departments and be like, hey, look, this is a cool thing that we had an idea with. Why don't we build off of it for your game too? That kind of thing. Yeah, the ethereals. But yeah. Black tide poisoned the water supply and turned the freaking frogs game. Can you explain to me what the zombie thing is? Okay, so we have seen this with the Mara Struck. We've seen this with the Fragmentum monsters on Belobog. We saw this with the Dream Jolt troop, and we're seeing it again with the monsters on Amphorius. Is that when a Stellaron enters the picture. When a Stellaron enters the picture, the corruption from it spreads, okay? Belobog, it was the Fragmentum. It was the Mara Struck on the Siandra LeFou. And on Penacony, it was what was it? The Dream Zone started, like, the city was sinking. The water was rising. You know? Don't like putting chemicals in the water? Do you understand that? Yeah. Here's the thing. I can't drink city water. I literally can't, by the way. This is hitting me a little bit harder because I actually have a high sensitivity to city water. I have to actually go and drive and get well water from a public well that's really cool. I love it. And it's an amazing little place. But Mara is the long last species thing. Yeah, but they started having more outbreaks around the time we were there. So wasn't it the theater? It was all kinds of things. Here's the thing. The Penacony story was a little mixed up. It was a little mixed up. They didn't tell it super clearly. But what was going on was the Stellaron was housed in the theater. That part is correct. The Stellaron was used to make the city of Penacony. But the more that it made, the more that it actually started to sink into, it was the memory zone. And the memory zone sort of manifested as sort of almost like a water rising situation. And when we're in the, very Honkai coded, yes, you're correct. When we are in the golden hour, if you remember, we can't enter the actual, like, the golden hour hotel when we're in the golden hour, and they tell us at the beginning of that quest, it's because they had some issues. They just had to do some maintenance. They had to do just a little bit of taking care of stuff. And we find out later that what had happened was that golden hour hotel that exists in the dream had started to be corrupted by the memory zone. Like, it was like flooding happening inside, and we end up going into it, and that's the child's dream, okay? What about Herta Space Station, though? There's not a Stellaron there. There was, but that one had very explicitly been contained. The monsters that we see there had invaded. They weren't like the people of that world that had been converted to monsters. That's what happens everywhere else. All of the Fragmentum creatures that we fight on Belobog used to be Belobog citizens and soldiers. All of the people who are Mara-struck that we fight used to be just normal Xianzhou people. Herta Space Station Stellaron hasn't been activated yet. Herta Space Station Stellaron is inside our chest. That's ours. Oh wait, the Black Tide. Yeah, exactly. You get it. So what's happening is the Black Tide, whatever it touches, gets converted basically into one of these weird zombies. And it looks different from world to world because the Stellaron has been activated by different things, has a different objective that it's trying to accomplish on the world, but I'm like 90% sure there's a Stellaron involved in this somehow. Mara is a long life illness. Yeah, exactly, Chaos, exactly. Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. Wait, I'm Chris also subbed earlier with Prime, and I did not say anything about it. I am so sorry that I did not say anything about it. Thank you. And then Paula, thank you so much for the sub as well. I appreciate it so much. You're fantastic. You are awesome. The Mara-struck is not actually Yaoshi's fault, but actually maybe because Equilibrium Eon felt the low food. No, that's I'm pretty sure Yaoshi's fault. Hey, Setups, thank you so much for the follow. One of the hallmarks of Yaoshi is that they will do whatever they can to help someone, but they have a very, very short-term understanding of what is good for someone. That's one of those things that sets them up against Lan, is Lan has long-term goals. Lan is going to look out for like the long-term thing. Midnight Fury, thank you so much for the follow. Didn't know you streamed? Yeah, I do. Hey, I'm so glad you enjoy them. But yeah, so Yaosha is very short-term. So Yaosha does what they can to help someone. But the problem is that they activate this rapid healing, right? Long-term goals, long as another eon. No. Lan has enduring goals. How about that? Does that help? Yaosha basically doesn't know the line between medicine and poison. Yeah, exactly. Yaosha overheals is basically the thing. They give and they give and they give, and that is their virtue, but it ends up overloading the systems of the people who are given that gift. That is Mara. For the next theory crafting video, or technically speaking, I can't. So that's why I'm here. I'm glad you're here. This is Emphorius. Why are we talking about Yaosha? So this is a Wendy's. Because we were talking about the Stellaron and how they work. So basically the Stellaron on Emphorius, the whole thing about the Stellaron is that it was activated in such a way that it also causes this rapid healing, and it was used to revive the Ambrosial Arbor. There we go. But the problem with that is it also caused many of the Xianzhou natives who were perfectly fine, but would eventually have turned Mara-struck to turn Mara-struck. The point of all of this is that no matter what the actual thing the Stellaron is working towards is, the things that come in contact with it, the people who come in contact with it, go mad. This is in every world that we've seen. The Dream Troop used to be dream chasers. Those used to be human people who just went into the dream and got converted over time. Magical cancer. Kinda. A little bit. Just a little bit. Is this why we have no Emanator of Abundance? No, we do. We do. It's just in lore. It's not a playable character. It's called Shuhu. be too much of a monster to be a playable character, potentially. Here's the thing, any path can be twisted to be monstrous, is one of the cool things about Star Rail, is that even things like destruction has a good side and a bad side. Order has a good side and a bad side. Harmony has a good side and a bad side. All of these different paths can be both good and evil. And so, an emanator of abundance, yeah, you would be a tank, but we don't know. Alright, let's, sounds like the virus from 28 days later activates your rage, your anger. That's pretty much any zombie movie, okay? It's, all I'm saying is that Stellarons create zombies. Just some flavor of zombie. Amphorius has no Stellaron, it's the emanator of destruction, so emanators are like mega Stellarons. How do you know it doesn't have a Stellaron? It was actually implied that it did have a Stellaron, but that this one just worked different. And also, do not spoil me. It can have both. Yeah. Yeah. Such is my point. I actually had a theory for a while that there were two Stellarons on Amphorius, and one was the Dawn device and the other was behind the Black Tide. But, with the reveal of the Lord Ravager, it's potentially one Stellaron and one Lord Ravager. Yeah, they erode the mind, like with Cacolia. I do have a new theory about the Lord Ravager. I don't think there's a Lord Ravager. I think there's an agent of destruction, but I don't think it's a Lord Ravager. It's absolutely connected to the destruction, though. I'm not going to explain further. If you've been on my Twitter, you might already know. Lygus has some odd resemblance to who? He kind of does. Here's the thing. You can find connections to every single Eon on Amphorius. You can. What's your Twitter? It's the same as my handle on Twitch. You just have to search up I am MMA. What's up, Tea and Sweets? Ours linked tamely to Finality and Trailblaze. Prison of the Emanator of Destruction might be made using a Stellaron. Ooh, that's a possibility. Here, I'll just tell you guys. I'm gonna go into this next month. This is a big part of next month's video. And don't spoil anything for me because I've seen some things that might support this a little bit. But I don't think it's a Lord Ravager on Amphorius. If you've seen my video, how I said that Phynon was, like, split into two beings. We have Phynon, and then we have Chaos on the opposite side when we have the day and night and everything like that. I cannot think of even one Lord Ravager that requires two other eons to subdue it. The only creature that has needed multiple eons to subdue it is another eon. Basically, it's my belief that Phynon is Nanook at this point, and I have some evidence behind that. Yeah, exactly, Tazironth. Nope, not Sundevourer. Sundevourer is most likely the Shadow of IX that was on Izumo. How do you deal with, like, forming the theory and then seeing new lore that mostly doesn't support it? Do you scrap and still post? I sometimes still post. It depends on the theory. There are some things... I've had this happen before where I formulate a theory, I put it out there, and then new evidence comes out that's like, no, it doesn't. It doesn't quite line up. But then later on down the line we find out, no, it actually did. It was just twisted a different direction. But then the question is, why wouldn't they just say it's Nanook and say it's a Lord Ravager? Good question. I don't know. Maybe Lygus doesn't know. Maybe Lygus wants to minimize the situation to keep people safe, because that seems to be part of Lygus's thing. Yeah. Why would Nanook need to be sealed behind a cage like this at all? Here's the thing about destruction. It has been made very clear to us that we do not understand what destruction is. That was actually explicitly stated by Lygus. That's one of those things from Lygus that I believe. And there have been a few different things around here that it's Nanook has been framed and talked about in such a way that I have not once believed that Nanook was actually the big bad in this situation. Like, never. Like, I even said this a couple streams ago. I think it was during the 3.2 stream. I think that I think that Nanook is going to end up being an ally for us. And the thing that I figured out on Twitter, like a couple weeks ago, was think about the concept of destruction. For something to be 100% everything about them is destructive, what that means is they can't embrace destruction. For them to, through and through, be a being of destruction, then they also need to be self-destructive. And that requires inner conflict. Okay? So Nanook does not want to be destruction, is my understanding. It's not that Nanook is misunderstood. It's that Nanook does not want to be what they are. And so this actually explains the whole element mix-up that I was having such a hard time with in my elements and paths video, where, because you remember, like, all of them, they line up pretty well. We got Remembrance is ice. We've got erudition is quantum. Some people like will argue a little bit back and forth on that, but the two that we couldn't quite get was we had preservation and destruction, and then we had fire and physical, and those did not line up very cleanly. But it's like sometimes it's one, sometimes it's the other. But this actually makes that make sense, because if Nanook said, hey, I don't want to be what I am, I don't want to hurt people, I don't want to do this, I can't help it, but it's what I'm going to do anyway. If they went to Philia and Noose and said, hey, help me, do something, contain me, I don't care, and allowed these two eons to do that, that's a preservation trait. That is destruction, committing an act of self-destruction for the sake of preservation. You see what I mean? So Philia is a therapist? No. Philia is a scientist. Philia and Noose, what they're doing is studying. They're studying Phynon and Chaos, because Phynon and Chaos together make Nanook. If he's caged, how could he have gazed at us? I mean, Pathstriders still follow certain paths. You think destruction is more about the eon of destruction being self-destructive? Yeah, I mean, the followers of destruction are all self-destructive. I'm not expecting another element to be added down the line, honestly. I expect it. I think Simulated Universe lore coincides with Amphorius. The planet would need some sort of important factor, which... No, it's not... Okay, let me be clear. Amphorius is not where Nanook was born, okay? Maybe the gaze came from the path, not the eon. That's possibly the eons transcend time, as we've seen. If they add a new path, they can add a new element. Yeah, this is true. I'm not saying that Noose ascended on Amphorius. That's not what I'm saying at all. The Phynon that we see is already Eon of Destruction. But his memories and the parts of what make him him are mixed up by these other two eons enough to keep him contained. Alright? Aren't eons like on a different plane of existence? Yes. If Nanook destroyed the planet he was birthed from, and that Amphorius is a simulation, it could be a simulation of a world he's from. No, I don't think that. Phynon, whoever he was before he came to Amphorius, whoever he was before he ascended to be Nanook. His home was destroyed by the swarm. He ascended, became Nanook. Nanook then spent time doing whatever it is that Nanook does. Imagine that Nanook selected some of these emanators, truly wanting them to do something good, and then all they are is destructive. Wacky, but swarm. Yeah, I know. If eons exist on a different plane, then how could Amphorius, a physical place, imprison them? For two reasons. One, Amphorius is also on a different plane. Two, what they've done is they've literally broken Nanook into pieces, just like they did with Tazyronth, right? So Tazyronth and Nanook have now been broken, split. I think that Nanook is only broken in 2, though. Tazyronth is broken in like 10, at least. Swarm disaster affected Amphorius in a previous cycle? No. And here's the thing about Amphorius. Because it exists in a circular timeline, it's almost a different dimension. I don't know how to explain it, guys. It actually makes me very frustrated because no, nothing from our world has crossed over into that besides us. A circular timeline means everything has always been the way it is. Always. How far are you into 3.3? We're in Styxia. I see the point, but it's kind of hard to explain. Yeah, it is. What if everything in Amphorius comes in trios and destruction itself? What if it's Chaos, Finon, and Cyrene? I don't know. I honestly don't. I don't think it's 3s. I don't see enough evidence for that. Even the 3 eons that we were given, it's more than likely we have a 4th one in the mix, and that 4th one would be long. I don't see 3s like anywhere. It's like there's a misdirection happening. Finon is the body, Flame Reaper is the divinity, and it's more like they both have the body and the divinity split between them. Because if you watched my video, it's they trade the divinity between them. If we, like, the divinity is contained within the core flame. They become Kefili, right? Pretty sure Lygus isn't from Amphorius. Yeah, I'm pretty sure too. I need to keep moving on this story. We have been talking about this for almost an hour. We have done nothing for about an hour. Except talk about lore. The imagery in the original Amphorius trailer shows Finon the symbols of destruction. Okay, here's the thing. You know who else? It shows Finon with the symbols of destruction, but do you know who outside Amphorius has the symbol of Kefili? Like, it is embedded in them? It's freaking Nanook. Look at their eye. Just like Finon. Like, genuinely, go. There is an actual, when Nanook first looks at us, they spend time. There is an actual shot where you see the symbol light up in their eye. Okay? It's there. I actually found it while I was, like, editing this last video. I was like, oh, dang. And then that's the first thing we see of Finon, too, is that flash across his iris. Finon is Nanook's body? No, Finon is Nanook. Golden blood flows out of Nanook's chest. That can't be a coincidence. Yeah, exactly. It's at every point, golden blood has been attached to the destruction. Should probably get back to the story. Fair enough. Finon is a memory of Nanook? No. It's, what I'm saying is, think about it this way. Nanook, let's call him Kevin, for the sake of this. Little Kevin grows up on a planet. That's who he was originally. He ascends when the storm attacks his planet and accidentally destroys the whole thing somehow. It's an accident. He doesn't mean to. He does not want to be what he is. I don't think fine on his neck. Okay, fine. I believe it, though. Oops, just a second. Just double checking something. Sorry, I've got a project that I do need to get done at some point, but it's not going to be today. Most likely. Golden blood isn't fine and exclusive and Furious wise. All demigods bleed golden blood or Chrysos heirs. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to stop looking at chat because I'm going to end up explaining the same things over and over and over. I don't think it's a simulation of the past. I think it is something that was created in order to contain Phynon. It was meant to be a perfect containing of this. Okay, let's keep going. Last we knew, the water supply and the wine had been poisoned by the black tide. Okay. These cultures mysteriously rot. Only by distilling the seawater collected directly from the harbor can they produce proper wine. Fortunately, our Doris remains lucid and has wisely advised us to minimize our consumption of the city's water and wine. Last night, strange music emanated from the harbor. It wasn't produced by any instrument, but seemed to rise from the ocean depths. The low, haunting melody sounded as if it were telling an ancient tale, compelling people to approach the shore. Several neighbors' children sleepwalked to the dock last night. They claimed to have seen the goddess in the water performing and wanted to get closer. The priests have forbidden all forms of musical performance and deployed soldiers to patrol the docks. For some reason, I can't shake the feeling that they're acting from fear rather than genuine desire to protect us. Okay, month of Everday. Today I met Nora, the cloth merchant at the market. She revealed that the situation in her district was far more dire than we had imagined. The spirit water pool in Phagousa's temple suddenly dried up 3 days ago, and despite their best efforts, the priests cannot replenish it. More alarming still, strange cracks have appeared on the wall behind the deity statue, forming patterns or script that no one can decipher. Nora also shared a peculiar rumor. Some claim to have seen in their dreams a woman playing a lyre, draped in black veils with eyes gleaming like seawater. She allegedly told dreamers that Styxia would soon face a great transformation, and only those who hear her voice would be saved. Some city residents have begun referring to her as the prophetic sea musician, despite the priest's determined efforts to suppress such rumors. Icy Dice, thank you so much for the follow, appreciate it. Just 1 second. So I think that's Lady Hycelins, not Hyacine, Hycelins. I think. Let me double check. Alright, just checking something. Alright. We finally decided to evacuate with our entire family. The seawater has reached the highest watermark at the dock, yet some remain oblivious, still immersed in endless revelry. Our family and the neighboring Milan household have decided to journey to Akama together. Reportedly, the world-bearing Titan's protection extends there, and the tides of darkness have not yet invaded those lands. We plan to slip away quietly tonight from the northern dock exit. We pray to Phagousa for safe passage. Month of Freedom. We've been traveling for 3 days now. Last night, the Milan family's youngest child suddenly developed a high fever, continuously muttering strange phrases that resembled an ancient ballad. His father decided to take him back to the city for medical treatment, although we all know there's little hope to be found there. This morning, looking back at Styxia from the hillside, I was horrified to discover the entire city enveloped in a strange aura, with seawater shimmering with an unnatural blue radiance in the sunlight. From a distance, those magnificent buildings seemed to twist and distort in the water as if they were merely illusions. Month of Weaving. We encountered several other fleeing townspeople. They brought even more horrifying news. The seawater in Styxia had begun displaying strange colors and textures, sometimes thick as honey, other times solid as glass. Those who remained in the city had begun undergoing bizarre transformations. And it's blacked out. Okay. Even more disturbing is that at night the entire city bathes in an indescribable glow, as if enveloped by some gigantic amniotic membrane. They say this is Phagos' punishment, but I can't help wondering, is this the Titan's wrath? Or is some power even greater than the Titans at work? We've decided to continue northward to Akama. Along the way, we've heard rumors of someone named Blank, who can supposedly appease Phagos' wrath, but these are merely legends fabricated by desperate people. We common folk can only rely on our own feet to flee this disaster. Month of Weaving. Phagasa gives off Dawn Hung. Nah, Phagasa is revelry and dancing and laughter. That's not Dawn Hung. Talantin gives off Dawn Hung. Talantin is stoic, cares about rules, cares about reading. Alright. Really adds to the apocalyptic feel? Yes, it does. Phagasa is water, though? Yeah. And Dawn Hung is law. His whole thing was being a priest. Talantin is one of the dead titans, right? Yes. Okay. Month of Weaving. Tonight, after the children fell asleep, I secretly examined a small vial of seawater I brought from the city. It was the last drop collected from the spirit water pool in Phagos' temple before we left. In the moonlight, it displays a strange shimmer, as if something moves within it, unlike any ordinary water. By chance, I discovered that gently tapping the vial with my fingertip produces a peculiar sound, like distant lyre notes echoing. In that moment, I seemed to glimpse a mysterious woman standing upon the sea's surface, sorrowfully playing a melody that no one could understand. I don't know if this was illusion or reality, but if such a being truly exists, one who can hear the sorrows of Styxians, then as we embark on this uncertain journey, please grant us a flicker of hope, even if it's merely a beautiful dream. Akama is now within reach. Taking one final glance back at my homeland, the beautiful scenery of old is nowhere to be seen, only distorted masses of light and shadow undulating on the sea level, resembling foam heaped by waves before dawn, dissolving one by one to gradually reveal its cold and true nature. Okay.
Ooh, this looks tragic.
It's only one alive titan. No, there are two. There are two.
Probably not. I've never seen or heard of anyone from Styxia and Akama. At least, I'm still left for Dolos. Guess this city wasn't so lucky. Huh. It does seem unfair,
Kefali is thoroughly dead by now? No. Last update, Anaxa said Kefali wasn't, remember? We didn't see that.
Devastation.
But it was part of, it was implied.
Meanwhile, those in Akama, simply because they're supported by the world-bearing Titan, continue to survive.
Kefali's dead, though? No. I don't believe so. I said this in my last video. Kefali's not dead. Kefali gave up their core flame and became the Flame Reaver. The person that we're dealing with now is Kefali. Or it was Kefali at some point.
Yeah, the world just isn't fair.
Kefali is asleep but alive? No, that's just a statue. That was something, this was talked about in last update by Anaxa.
Speaking of the world-bearing Titan, Cipher, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kefali's priestly court?
Huh.
Oh, really?
Did I?
Yeah, you definitely told me, and I remember it clearly. Maybe it's been so long your memory's gotten a little fuzzy.
People's memories getting altered now?
Ah, right. I did tell you. It wasn't a big deal. I just snuck in with a bunch of mumbling priests and watched them do their spooky rituals around some glowing rock. Honestly, I was only interested in the wallets of the old grandpas on the council back then. Don't remember much else. It's been what? Nearly 1,000 years?
Oh, I see. But you in a priest robe? No, that's hard to picture.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Who asked you to picture that? Besides, priest robes from 1,000 years ago were nothing like the ones today.
Oh, really?
Right.
Do you think we'll meet Zagreus? Possibly.
I was just curious if you ever overheard anything interesting from those priests.
How ridiculous. Come on, let's head to the next spot.
Bartholos is definitely trying to learn something or hide something from Cipher, and Cipher knows.
Where did this roadblock come from?
Huh.
Ugh, this is so annoying. The treasure is right in front of us. Oh dear, we're stuck here. But I have a plan. Should we call on that big, noisy, cumbersome hand of Zagreus?
We could.
Never thought that thing would actually come in handy. All right. Do you want to handle it?
Leave it to me, boss. I don't need a controller. After all, you know.
After all, you know, as in... Oh wait, no, we like have to communicate with them? Okay.
Hand of Zagreus, my darling, activate!
Yeah, I'm thinking that this is Zagreus. You know. Like, that's Zagreus' voice there. And it sounds just like Bartholos.
Not bad. However, I still don't see how this ties into
We know Zaggy's voice. Yeah, you hear the Titan's whispers, right?
Let's go to the next room!
Hey, slow down. That question you asked me earlier. I think I just remembered something.
What did I ask?
You know, that question. The one you specifically asked me. Right after we dug up the second chest.
Something about being a priestess?
Forgive me, boss lady, but have you been under a lot of stress lately? I didn't ask anything. You must have imagined it.
Oh. Is that so? Maybe you're right. I have been a little on edge lately. I need to relax. All right, let's move on to the next treasure trove.
Treasure trove time!
Treasure, let's go!
She's being smart. She knows what she's...
Twinkle, twinkle in my chest, how this core flame is the best.
She's adorable.
When it comes to singing, I still sound better than you, boss.
Debatable.
This scent feels like something incredible is buried here.
Incredible indeed. If even boss lady said so, how could I not be excited?
Do I need to give instructions here? Get digging.
Okay.
What?
Oh, got one of these.
Oh, isn't this a golden scapegoat?
Oh, isn't there a myth about this thing? Those who feared fire became sheep. Those who did not
Flame Reaper killed
became
Cipher.
human.
Which they will. Look at the core flame of trigger. Okay, well, don't say that. I know we can kind of see it, but don't say that. It's... Guys, you gotta stop.
Sheep, humans, whatever.
All I know is unlocking this gets us treasure. Here.
Genuinely, guys,
This
I'm
honor's
going
all
to shut off
yours.
chat. We've gotta stop.
Puzzles and tricks are right up my alley. Just leave it to little old me.
Alright. Puzzle stuff. Chat isn't being nice today. How about... Wait, just 1 second. Darn. Ow. There we go. Okay. Turn emoticons only on. I don't know how to do that on YouTube. YouTube is the problem right now. I'm sorry.
Told you, nothing can stop me. Cipher, it's your turn now.
Stop. Stay there. And don't turn around.
Okay. Let's go. Immediately turns around. Just way too excited. I know, but the thing is, it's gonna be, it's altering my understanding of the story, and I can't. Gotta stop, okay? What's going on?
I told you. Don't move.
Jarowski, thank you so much for the follow. What the?
Shh, quiet. Don't say anything unnecessary.
What?
That seamstress. She's listening.
Of course, it's Aglia.
What, boss, do you mean?
What the? Your little face. Okay.
Stay put and keep quiet. I'll handle her.
Whoa, whoa. Seamstress. Getting sneaky, aren't we? Did you think I wouldn't notice your little spies lurking around me?
Interesting.
As time passes, I find myself leaning more and more on blind luck.
And we see this sad Aglia sound again.
With only the power of this little nymph. Naturally, I couldn't slip past your sharp eyes, Cipher.
Even if you could fully control Bartolos's mind, I would still be able to see through your disguise.
Interesting.
Aglia.
Okay. So has she been possessing Bartolos this entire time?
You've gone to such lengths to spy on my every move. What exactly are you after? I've told you before, you don't need me to succeed. Why don't you just let this go? I already made an exception and got involved with Castorus and Grey Mystery. Asking for more now. Isn't that pushing your luck a bit too far?
I'm sorry, Cipher. I've plotted and schemed my whole life. But I never could have predicted our relationship would end up like this.
No, she does sound very affectionate. I get sister vibes from them. Like adults, but older, younger sister, you know?
I've spent centuries trying to figure out where I went wrong, replaying every moment over and over. But you've never given me a chance to explain myself, face to face.
Don't talk to me like that. You know I can't take it.
Oh. Is Aglia crying?
1,000 years ago, out of foolishness, I let my silence steal away the most beautiful sound I'd ever known.
My silence.
So this time, I must say this to you, even if it's all in vain. I need you, Cipher. The Chrysos Heir's mission needs you.
Wow. Okay. That was like that's a bomb out of nowhere. Hey, Bond Fortune Sky, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. That is a bomb out of freaking nowhere. So, okay. Hycelins and Aglia. That sounds like an implication. Either way it stands, Aglia has lost a lot of people. She's managed to save Hycelins. Well, Hycelins is currently dead, according to last patch before? Yeah, last patch. It's not romantic at all, my bad. It's this right here. It, like I said, it feels very sister, especially because Aglia met Cipher when Cipher was still very much a child. It feels a little weird to call it anything romantic. Yeah. They pictured all three together in the cast trailer. That's possible, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, exactly, Victory. Not romantic, but still very intimate. Yeah, like you'd have, like with a family member. Mom and daughter. It's like, yeah, I'm truly, I can't get sister, just estranged adult sisters out of my head, yeah. Hey, Exwalu, thank you so much for the comment. Awesome. Thank you so much for saying hi. Regardless, it's love. Exactly.
The finale I've delayed for far too long. It's finally here. Whatever resentment you still hold against me will fade once I'm gone. Please, come back to Akama. I'm begging you. Without you, they don't stand a chance.
When is this happening? Is this when Aglia... When is this happening? As in lining up with the other events that we saw earlier. Is it after? Is it before?
I'll think about it, seamstress. But stop watching me. Unless you want to lose me for good.
Don't worry. As much as I'd love to hear your voice again, to see your face, it seems that chance will never come. Goodbye, Cipher.
Goodbye, Aglia.
That is so sad. Oh my goodness.
Ah, what a shame. I thought there'd be some real treasure under that goat's head.
Turns out, everything in that chest was soaked in water from the River of Souls. Nothing valuable left. Those relics were once priceless. But time has eroded away all that they once were.
Aww, hearing that from you makes it sound so sad. Wait, why am I getting all sentimental? I haven't even processed what just happened. That horrible woman. When did she... Oh!
If you see her, let her know this. As demigods, we can't avoid our duties forever.
Was this when that happened? Hi, Lily Cade. Thank you for the follow.
Could it have been back then when...
Do you remember now? Looks like you don't need me to jog your memory. She must have slipped that nymph into your pocket while you were distracted. Don't underestimate that
Does
bug.
Cipher know Aglia's like? I don't think so.
As the seamstress's golden thread.
Timeline isn't timelining. No, it is. We just don't know when. It could have been that Aglia was speaking through the nymph even before the assassins showed up. We don't know.
Whoa, that's like some brainwashing monster straight out of the Black Tide. Creepy. Boss, how did you realize something was wrong? I'm curious. What exactly did that nymph make me say?
Actually, it gave itself away very early on.
Think it's after, since Aglia is saying goodbye and stuff. Potentially, I don't know. she seemed to know that the assassins were gonna show up before they even did. So, I don't know. In which case, that would mean that her emotion there may not have been entirely genuine.
You tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Philia's priestly court?
Ooh, nice to know music, Apothecary. I'll be listening to that
We've
then.
been partners in crime for 1,000 years. We've talked about everything there is to talk about. Except I absolutely wouldn't have shared that with anyone.
But, boss lady, there's a chance Aglia wasn't trying to trick you?
And as far as I know, the embodiment of trickery despises that golden thread which forces people to speak the truth. You'd never defend Aglia. Isn't that right, Zagreus?
Yep.
You have a terrifyingly sharp mind.
Yep, this one is something that we've known for a while. By the way, I predicted that in 3.0.
After all, I'm the only one in the world who knows you're still alive. To make sure you survive the Titan trial, I had to fool the entire world.
Nice. So these two are friends. So this is Last Era's. That's awesome.
If you want to keep that lie from falling apart, you'd better keep playing your part in the days ahead.
Hey Rip, go forth. I see you.
Even if it weren't for saving my worthless little life, I'd still walk through fire for Cipher without hesitation.
You may
It's
have
so
been
darn
reduced to
cute.
this form, but you still haven't lost your way with words.
I assume you're going to bed. Sleep well.
Speaking of which, Cipher, you're not
Or are you not? I don't know. I'm like, oh wait, what time is it? Does it mean Bartolos was his name before he ascended? Ooh, that's a good possibility. Yeah. We most likely know another demigod's name. So we've got Bartolos is the nighttime titan. Cyphera is the daytime titan. Because she's born during the night. All the times Bartolos was trying to steal our chest for Brendan Trickery Titan. Yep. Why is Zaggy a fan of Cipher? Wouldn't a Titan hate the demigod for stealing their literal soul? Maybe Bartolos admires Cipher for stealing. Did you think about that? Turbo Gandalf, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Whew. Wouldn't it be the opposite because of Divergent Universe? Okay. If they are the demigod during the nighttime, they're the Titan during the daytime. So it can be a little bit difficult to keep track of. Tricking the Trickery Titan is quite the feat. Yeah, exactly.
Life's been pretty great lately. Why get into trouble now? Don't you think?
Honestly, I've been thinking. Maybe a trip back now wouldn't be too bad.
Just to see. It's gonna be awful.
Cyphera, your face.
Oh!
I need clothes. Anything. Just throw me something. A piece of cloth will do. Just enough to cover the wounds. I will pay back the amount I owe. I promise.
So these two actually really do care for each other.
You're bleeding golden blood.
Yes. What about it? So what if I'm one of those Chrysosairs they talk about? Those infinitely strong heroes. World-renowned swordsmen. Exceptionally intelligent scholars.
Cyphera.
Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint. Who knew that group of amazing people would include me? A pauper. Thief. Con artist. Maybe I should just make another cut to drain all this yellow stuff out of me and...
Wow. Stariel has gotten dark lately. Cipher. Baby. You were literally a child. Exactly. Yeah, same, Sana-chan. Good grief. I just... All of my found family instincts are going off at once, okay? All of my must protect this child instincts. All of them.
Stop it, Cipher. I'll give you clothes, warm you up, and stay here. Stay in my workshop until you're healed.
Aren't you going to ask me how I got these wounds? Right. What's the use? I'm so good at lying. Even your golden thread can be fooled. If you can't verify the truth, why bother asking at all?
I don't need to ask. Nor do I need to use the golden thread. I know everything you do is for survival, at all costs. Stay here. You won't have to deal with the cold or go hungry again. Stay by my side, and you can start putting yourself back together.
Aren't you worried I'll ruin this place's reputation? Or that I might sneak off with your precious clothes and sell them?
I wouldn't have invited you if I were worried about those things.
You're weird, seamstress. You know, they say a child who often lies remains a liar for life. I've tried not to become a liar, but honestly, it's just too hard. I'm close to giving up.
Music is a paid actor right now.
What makes you think I won't disappoint you?
Because I can feel it. Not with the power of a demigod, but with the heart that beats in my chest. You love this place. That's why you keep coming by, but also why you hesitate to stay longer. You worry you'll tarnish the Gold Weaver name.
She cares so much.
After taking over Nestia's divine authority, I became used to letting the golden thread distinguish sincerity from falsehood. However, the mission I need to complete requires me to learn to trust and rely on my heart.
That's what the romance titan is all about.
Cipher, you're an honest thing I've given to this world. And also a challenge the world has given to me. Stay here with me. You have a beautiful face that deserves better than to be covered in scars and grime.
You've got a way of talking that's hard to follow. All right, let's make it a deal. You have 1 day to change your mind. Once the action hour passes, there's no turning back.
She's like, if you decide you don't want me here, after that point, too bad. I'm staying. The cat with the golden blood kind of resembles Nanek. Yep. They all have golden blood, and golden blood is absolutely linked to Nanek. Aha! Picking up out of my stomach. Wow. Okay. I'm like, there's a group chat that I'm like keeping an eye on as I'm doing this. Just to make sure I'm not needed for. Update hit harder than Firefly's first meeting with Dormancy. Dang, okay. Does Don Hung still have no voice? Yeah, still no voice for Don Hung. It's okay though. As far as I know, they are working on getting Nick back in the studio, and he actually really wants to. It's just been a problem with the strike. Alright. Are not responding to provocations, nor do they seem intent on fighting. What exactly are they waiting for?
Pressure. Fear. Planting seeds of anxiety. It seems this is the strategy they've chosen.
An organization that sees it as their mission to eradicate the Chrysos heirs. Ooh, he's not a Chrysos heir, is he? But they're here, which means they're after a Chrysos heir somewhere else. He's gonna see through it, probably. I've read some chilling accounts, stories of the cleaners, using alchemical arts to implant fragments of memories into their successors, ensuring both identity and hatred for born. Ooh. If they're using alchemy to implant memories, could that explain some of the memory problems that other people on Emporius are having? Because we've seen it with Tribby, we've seen a little bit with Aglia, we've seen it with Finan, and most recently with Cyphera. Oh my goodness. Coronia, thank you so much for the follow, appreciate it. That must be a stinging point for Don Hung. Yeah. Ooh. Thank you for the hydrate also.
From what I know, these stories are true. The kindness we know today, strictly speaking, is the 27th kindness. Aha. Aha. Objectively, the rise of the cleaners was both inevitable and necessary. Yet, their ruthless and twisted methods earned them nothing but disdain and condemnation from history.
Yeah, Don Hung has been through this. If they do not bring up Don Fung even once, I am going to be so mad. And still they endure. An organization persisting through time, now working tirelessly to obstruct the flame chase. Are they truly so terrified of the Era Nova the Chrysos heirs strive for?
Even in these crumbling end times, there are always those who find ways to profit from the chaos. To ask the vested interests to abandon their status, wealth, and ambitions in this world for a distant ideal may be no easier than creating a miracle.
I wonder where Emma is now. If they're targeting me, she definitely won't escape their notice either. I hope all is well. Yeah, I knew he was gonna see through that pretty quickly. Oh! Aha! Is that Lord Kratos?
There you are, Lord Don Hung. We couldn't reach you on the teleslate, so the Holy City Guard almost assumed you two had met some terrible fate.
Ah, so this was a planned attack. They attacked like 3 different Chrysos heirs at once.
You pests crawling in the shadows, back off. Your plot ends here. You played your hand. Run while you still can. It might be your only chance to survive. Stay away from Akama forever. If you set foot there again, the fury of its people will tear you apart. Because Aglia is dead, and in the eyes of the Holy City citizens, her blood is...
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
Gosh.
No! No!
Yep, okay, so it's now, we haven't seen a body, so I'm not gonna say that this might be a way of her to, like, yeah, this might be some way that she's, like, kind of faked her death, done something, whatever, but, yeah. But it seems that it happened. Alright. This was a multi-pronged attack on the Chrysos heirs. This is terrifying. We didn't get to see it, no.
Looks like she was wrong about you.
She? Kindness?
She? Are you talking about the mastermind behind all of this?
Well, she thought you were weak. She believed that even when you were facing the evil that you claimed to oppose, you'd hesitate to strike.
This man is not who you believe he is. He doesn't even know who he is.
Misinterpreting mercy for weakness shows how arrogant and foolish your master is. They're still alive. With proper care, they'll pull through in a few days.
Yeah, not hesitant, just precise. And controlled.
But I must warn you. I haven't fought a human in ages. I can't guarantee I'll always be able to hold back. They're lucky they're still alive. If you feel as lucky as they are, try me.
Oh, gosh. Bro, you sound kind of scary. Yeah, we're going with the scary. We're going with the scary. It's like, dude, okay.
Finon is seriously upset.
Yeah, I would be too.
Get out of here. Don't show your face around us again. If your master wants to stop the flame chase journey, she'd better bring an army that makes Kremnos at its peak look like child's play.
I love this guy. Oh my goodness. I love it and I don't love it because dang, okay, my guy, but also at the same time, I want puppy Finon from 3.0, you know?
I've said it more than once, Lord Finon. We're not here to start a fight. We came only to ensure you weren't anywhere else.
Yeah, they were keeping everyone distracted so no one could help Aglia.
While you were unaware, we already accomplished our mission to buy time. So, Lord Finon, until next time.
Good grief. Not good. Not good. You alright, dude? Take a breath.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Anyone who uses innocent lives as bargaining chips has gone too far.
They were after the crisis airs.
I guess the opposition within the Council of Elders is still desperately fighting to obstruct the flame chase.
They need to be stopped now.
If the conspiracy is exposed, they'll be hunted down in the Holy City like rats with nowhere to run, no matter where they hide.
Uh-oh.
My teleslate.
Oh, we're gonna get the news. We're gonna get the news. Who is it? Global announcement: due to force measure, the World Wound Web operations will be temporarily suspended. That's right. The web in this world depends on Aglia. This is a communications shutdown. Oh no. Aglia is the Wi-Fi. Yep. Please try again later. Local golden thread enabled for emergency internal communication only. Lady Goldweaver deceased. Please return to the Holy City at once. I know it's hard to believe, but please come back soon. Oh, gosh.
Aglia? Is this... Blast it! Those guys...
Must be a lie.
I've heard from more than one person. It doesn't seem like a joke.
Okay, so it seems if Hyacinth is saying that it's true.
Stay calm. This could just be one of her schemes. I won't believe it until I see it for myself.
Yeah, I'm with Finon on this one.
Finon?
Although it's looking more and more likely.
What should we do now?
Stay on course. I'll contact Treeby and ask her to keep the
Hey, thanks for
citizens
me,
calm.
Apothecary. I didn't know.
We'll hurry back to Akima as fast as possible and assess the situation in the city. If we run into any enemies along the way...
Yeah, we need Mighty back. We need Mighty.
I won't be merciful this time.
I don't think anyone would deserve it. Giorios.
Cartonis.
Oh, Cartonis.
Oh, you're forging a sword for Finan, aren't you? I haven't seen you wield the hammer in so long. I couldn't help but be entranced by the sight.
You, Aglia. In this form, you come to me. It means...
She sounds a lot more romantic, you know? Like when she's around as Aglia, she's very rational. Almost eerily so, you know? It didn't feel like she quite fit the whole romance titan thing. But as the nymphs, none of that's around anymore, and she's enjoying the world around her, you know?
That's right. At this moment, my physical form is already shattered. My journey as a human in this world has come to an end. It's time to fulfill our pact.
Of course. The pact. I haven't forgotten.
The thing I entrusted to you. Do you still have it?
Far too plain this vessel is. Not worthy of you. Do you still insist?
I insist. Over the past 1,000 years, every piece of fabric I've worked with has been tainted by my cold divinity. It's made me hate their colors, texture, and scent.
Was there a pact mentioned? I don't think so.
This ornament stands apart. It was a gift from a child. She was pure and kind. I often wished my childhood could have been like hers.
Is it a knucklebone?
How to say goodbye to everyone? Have you already planned?
I'm afraid there's no such detailed plan at this time. I deeply regret not being able to say farewell to them, one by one. The moment has come. My departure will give them one less thing to worry about. This parting gift should help ease the regret of such a sudden goodbye.
Yeah, the only other person I was gonna say was possibly Cipher, but the whole, the description of the child, her childhood was like, her childhood was, I wish my childhood could have been like hers, that kind of thing. I don't think that describes Cipher. It still might be, but be an odd choice. Okay, Jiro, thank you so much for hanging out. Hope you sleep well.
Invented for the Titans, Kremnos' soul-forging technology was, though divinity it retains, filtered out, the remnants of humanity will be. Is that what you want, Aglia?
You've confirmed this with me repeatedly. Yes, Cartonis. I need you to do this for me. Condense my divinity into this
there we go.
ornament. It might still be useful in the future to help them complete their mission.
Selfless until the end. Envy that child, there's no need to. Already lived a grand life your humanity has.
Your praise puts my heart at ease, Grand Craftsman. Please, take me through the last tempering that fate has to offer.
Wow.
The city is silent, and tension is building with every passing second. The news is probably spread by now. Every household is locked up tight, and all the market stalls have closed down temporarily.
Yeah, we're not gonna see a whole lot going through the city, I don't think. She really was taken. Something about this feels like a scheme. Yeah, I don't trust this.
I just can't believe she'd be taken down by a handful of assassins.
Yeah, they had leverage.
If this is all part of a larger plan, Treeby must know something.
Yeah, Treeby is
She
the
just
one that
couldn't
gotta...
say it in the message. Let's go find her.
Alright. Alright, sprinting. Treeby! Treeby, help! Treeby, we have to know what happened. Please.
Dan Heng came back before us.
Dan Heng! Ah, you're back. How's everything? No injuries, I hope.
Don't worry. The cleaners didn't lay a hand on us. Lord Krateros, were you in the city when it happened? What exactly went down?
Regrettably, no one knows the details of that moment. Eyewitnesses only saw...
It's fine. Just tell me.
Eyewitnesses at the Memorial Palace saw Aglia fall from the Chrysos airbath.
Oh, God.
She showed no signs of life by the time the Holy City guards approached to check.
That's crazy.
They were too afraid to jump to conclusions. After all, she
Do
was
the
a
cleaners know how
demigod
strong Dan Heng
who
is
lived for
when
over
the
1,000 years.
It was
The
literally
leader of the
only to
Chrysos
keep him
heirs.
occupied so no one could get to Aglia.
Most citizens of the city believed that death couldn't touch her.
Mm-hmm.
She was pierced through the heart by a uniquely crafted dagger. I saw it for myself. It's one of the weapons carried by the cleaners.
Why didn't they go after us?
I also don't understand. This doesn't add up. The ones who appeared in the grove and those who confronted Dan Heng in the abyss didn't immediately resort to violence.
Yeah, what
They
happened?
were just watching and trying to intimidate. They didn't have any reason nor the courage to attack Aglia. Perhaps...
Speculating blindly won't help. Let's go find Lady Treeby, as she understands Aglia's mind best.
I'll stay here to lead the guards and maintain order. Find out what happened, but don't take too long. With Aglia gone, someone has to take her place and lead Akama.
I'm glad we have Krateros around to kind of help. As a Kremnoan, he understands wartime and crisis a lot better than we do, I feel like.
Also, Miss Hyacinth was the one who declared Aglia dead. You might want to speak with her.
Thank you, Lord Krateros.
Alright. I want Mighty back. Oh, that's right, we will see him in this update. I remember him being in the trailer.
The baths are empty.
Yeah, would make sense. Wouldn't make sense for anyone to be here. This is... Good grief. Who's left? Treeby, Hyacinth, Fine on Mighty, Casterus. Don't forget Cipher. Thank you, Kremnoans. I'm like super grateful for that. No! No! My pig! Oh, there it is.
Hyacinth.
Alright.
You're back.
Tell us what happened. We heard from Krateros. Are you alright?
I'm fine. I've been staying close to Lady Treeby and Lady Trinan after the incident.
That's right, because they are the oldest, and Aglia was the second oldest.
It's great that you could come back so quickly. They need someone with them now. Yes, we witnessed her final moments. I tried to treat her immediately, but even the sky's blessings, declaring her death was the hardest thing I've ever had to do as a doctor.
This is horrifying.
Lord Finan, push yourself. You're carrying a heavier burden now. Please, don't fall.
It's fine. I can handle it. What I've lost is a mentor and a comrade in arms. But for Treeby and Treenan, they've lost a 1,000-year-old bond. Like they're losing a part of their lives.
Yeah. Yeah, this isn't just sadness. 3.0 is a distant memory. You're right. Yeah. It's literally like watching the apocalypse unfold. This is insane.
You should rest, Hyacin. You've been awake for a long time, haven't you? We'll handle things from here.
Okay. See you later, everyone.
Next, we should visit Lady Treeby.
Here, let's run. And the cleaners accomplished their goal. Everyone's in uproar. Hey, Pitpichu? I hope I'm saying that correctly. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Treeby? Treenan?
Snowy. Little Gray. You're back.
Yeah, we are. You okay?
Lady Treeby, I...
Snowy, don't. Please don't apologize to us. You went to the Grove to prepare yourself for the threats to Akama. You didn't do anything wrong, so don't be hard on yourself. We were always by Aggie's side throughout this long journey, so we understood her thoughts better than anyone. She knew she wouldn't see the end of the Flame Chase
Okay, Lenny's
journey.
faces. I see you.
Yet, she gave everything without hesitation.
Is it in the area? No one who needs a hug right now is fine on.
I know what Aglia expected of me. Right now, the last thing Akama needs is a leader wallowing in self-pity.
Alright, thanks, Lenny.
The scroll over there was entrusted to us by Aggie.
Hey, thank you for the Prime
She
sub,
instructed
Ender!
us to hand it over to you when
26
time
months, that's insane!
was right.
He sounds so sad. You know who he sounds like? And I said this in 3.1. He sounds like the Flame Reaver. Again. Do you remember? Like, the first words out of my mouth on seeing the Flame Reaver was something along the lines of, okay, he needs all the therapy. He's got the same cadence, the same way that his voice sits when he's sad. Of course, the Flame Reavers is put through a filter. Daphne Blue, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. He looks like Sunday. He sounds like Sunday. Yeah, he does. I burn my life to make a sunrise I know I'll never see. That sucks.
I think now's the right time.
Okay. Let's look at this thing. Oh! Where's the... Hello! What's this? Aggie? So you really don't have to take the medicine anymore? No need, teacher. Medicine can only steady my flesh, but it cannot stop the decay of my soul. I've already borrowed too much time from this world, and now the time is up. Now is the best time for my exit. Please don't cry on my account, teacher. I have a final selfish request. Can you lend me an ear?
Aggie,
Go ahead. Wait.
go ahead. We will definitely fulfill it for you.
I wish for my death to be quiet and gentle. I hope that my lifeless body will not be exposed to the eyes of the public.
Teacher,
Oh wow, I keep mixing up the voices and it's jarring. Teacher, I have faced too many challenges in my lifetime, but in the pursuit of one thing alone, I have remained unchanged for 1,000 years.
it's beauty, isn't it?
Huh. That's right, teacher. Beauty.
Aggie, do you think Snowy is ready?
1,000 years ago, when I took up the core flame of Nestia, do you think I was ready then, teacher? Born into this era, we had no choice but to grow amidst the raging waves, not set sail after everything was prepared. Finan, he will understand. He will grasp this duty I've left to him. He is mature enough now, no longer blinded by anger or hatred. Wow.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine. They're not really fine.
Yeah,
you just can't get
we're
into
not
it
fine.
because they would never
We're
understand.
not fine, are we? The Memmer creature is memoring. Yep. Horsneer, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. But he is
Finan,
blinded by hatred. He
my humble
is! That's the
student.
problem!
My trusted colleague. As I write this, you are locked in a battle of words
Hello
with
there.
the Council of Elders,
She wrote this during the last
fighting for the
patch.
survival
Hey!
of the flame chase
General
journey
Kirby.
on a battlefield where the smoke of war is
Oh,
invisible.
I love this music. This is beautiful.
I deeply regret and feel guilty for hastily pushing you and the Trailblazer into the debate. But please forgive me. At that moment, I could not afford to show any sign
Oh,
of
he
weakness
Stupid.
before
Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate
as
it.
it would have crushed your morale.
Hmm.
I considered the debate a routine affair, assuming I could win merely with the support and experience we'd accumulated over centuries. But I underestimated kindness and her party's cunning, and also the deterioration of my own senses.
Has HSR released an antagonistic character that hasn't been reformed? I mean, none that are playable. None that I know of. I can think of Cocolia.
The trap was likely set by the debater Calictus. He had prepared a severed golden thread in advance, revealing it to the public when kindness was faltering in the debate. He claimed I was reading everyone's
Philia,
thoughts
yeah.
with the golden thread to cheat in the debate. I could have countered that low tactic
Oh,
in 100
I'm
ways,
she, they.
but my
so you
words
can call me
slipped
that
out
if you
before I could
I'm fine with
even
that.
think about them. With deceitful scoundrels like you in the crowd, I have no choice but to rely on the golden thread to keep watch over everything in this holy city. You can imagine the reaction that comment provoked. At that moment, I felt my time was running short. The divinity in this body might be eternal, but that is not the essence of me. I am a daughter of humanity, born of my mother, and I will die as a human. Realizing that my humanity was fading, I began to plan my exit.
Uh-oh.
What kind of departure would not waste such a belated death? I have yet to find the ideal answer.
Uh-oh. Can you guys still hear?